watch party from yours?
That'd be great, or a shared universe. But
I got sports bet here.
Yeah.
That's what's popping up on
yeah.
mine.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to a shared universe podcast studio. I'm here with two very special, very beloved people who love the Star Wars universe as much as I do. And yeah, it was high time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Rise of Skywalker review. And well, all of this is prompted because Maria, Maven Maria, from the Haute Maven on 18 Broad Street in Red Bank, New Jersey. Visit them at the Haute Maven, thehautemaven.com. She came up with an amazing theory right after the movie premiered, which we thought deserved to be out there.
Hell yeah.
And while you did post it, I suggest you post it up on Reddit, which...
It didn't
Why
go
would
well.
you want her to go and get her
I
ass
had
beat on
never
Reddit?
been on Reddit before,
Yeah.
so I had to start an account, and then I just got... Yeah, it was not...
Pummeled?
Yeah, pretty much.
These people suck.
They really did.
Everyone
Yeah,
on Reddit, you know what? It's
I was
internet
really not
muscles.
okay with it.
You Reddit jerks.
Yeah, it's kind of the world's message board, so it's good. You know, you're gonna get good.
Actually, you know
and
what,
you're
though,
gonna get bad.
In your defense, it wasn't the Rise of Skywalker one that really got me in trouble. It was the Lego one. So
Okay, well,
Yeah,
then let's tell everybody first.
Okay.
Everyone out there listening, if you haven't seen Rise of Skywalker, don't listen yet, because this is going to be spoilerific.
Oh man, totally.
I'm going to spoil the living crap out of this movie.
I mean, all three of
Yes.
us are.
Yeah.
But first of all, my name is Ming Chen.
Mike Zapsik, and sitting to my right,
Maria Elizabeth.
hello, Maria.
Hello.
Yeah.
What's
so you
up?
you came with an amazing theory,
I
and
did.
I was like, well, I want to talk about the theory, but let's review the whole movie.
All right.
Well, let's do it.
Before we start,
Game.
I can't find it on my Facebook at the moment.
Oh.
I do want to share it.
Yeah. Mike has it right, so
Yeah,
you can
go
check.
to-
If you're
I'm gonna go to shared universe.
yes. Hello.
You're not tagged?
Yeah, you might have to reload the page, but we are streaming simultaneously on Facebook.
There I am. I see myself. Hello.
Yeah. I'm using a new thing where it simulcasts through a bunch of services. The
Oh, what the hell's going on here?
yeah,
Oh, is that you?
That was me. Sorry.
Oh, thank God. I was like,
Well-
oh, my God, this is so loud.
we'll forgive you.
Party.
We'll forgive you,
All right.
but only
I
you.
got it.
Okay, so it opens with the John Williams theme,
Yes.
which we are expecting, and this is
Did,
it's the highlight of every Star Wars movie that I've seen since 1977.
right.
I was 10 years old. My father took me. My father had a really bad sunburn. He had sun poisoning. We were down in Florida
For the
and-
first one?
For the first one. And
19 so May 1977. Your dad had
No,
sun
it wasn't
poisoning?
May. It was December. I didn't.
Why
Maria,
did
you're a
you-
little younger than me, so you don't.
Why did your dad
realize-
wait 7 months? Was he sun poisoned that long?
No,
and
well,
finally
no,
he
no,
could-
it wasn't
he-
that.
It's like, sir, you're allowed to go outside now.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
I didn't want to see Star Wars when I was a kid. When I was 10 years old, I didn't want to see Star Wars for two reasons. One, because all the science fiction up to that point, all the science fiction movies had to let every human being on the face of the planet down. There was no such thing as really good sci-fi. I'd seen 2001 and
No
I'd seen
good?
it like back in 74. It was so highbrow. It was like
I don't
way
think so.
over.
I don't think so, Mike.
It's I'm afraid I can't let you say that, Ming.
Yeah.
No, it's true. It was so over my head. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? You know, the monkeys beating on an obelisk. I'm like, what the hell is an obelisk? You know, I when you're that young and your only real form of science fiction is Star Trek, you're like, oh God, everything. You have to be a little bit older to appreciate the whole Star Trek thing, because it was
I used
very
to watch
philosophical.
Star Trek,
As
but
a-
not that Star. Well, I
You
had
watched-
seen some of those.
Okay,
But-
the original ones.
Some of the original
How old?
ones. With what's his face?
Captain Kirk?
Yes.
Yes.
I know, but how old were you?
How old was I?
Yeah.
I mean, 4 or 5.
You're like, this is boring. They're talking entirely too much. They need more
I
phasers.
think I just kind of watched what was happening. I don't even think I was listening.
Okay, yeah.
It was more of a visual.
All right. That's fair.
It
That's
was more of a visual.
For me, I tried to get into the story.
Which I think my daughter, when we watched, she didn't even come to Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
She bailed. She went to see Frozen for the second time.
Frozen
But,
2 the second
yes.
time. Okay, great.
But I mean, my son's really into it. He's 7, and he's watched every movie, every cartoon, everything possible.
But back in the day, there was no. I mean,
Maria, you know what that's called?
it's called being
Good
old.
parenting.
That's
It's
called
called
great
parenting.
Well, I bring him into the comic book store, and he gets comics. He reads
Darn
comics
straight.
at night. So
Yeah. What night did you go? Did you go opening night?
no, I didn't go opening night. Only because because it was the late Thursday, and he's a kid. He's still in school, and Friday, I had a sip and shop at the store, so
Yes.
I couldn't do it. So we went Sunday, and I was actually on. My family told me I was on a social media
A blackout.
I
Okay.
wasn't allowed to look anything up. I wasn't, because I have a really bad problem about reading ahead.
Okay. Fair enough. So we read the scroll and it says Palpatine is alive. Now, how the hell did that happen?
Well, the dead speak. Yes.
Well, I mean,
How-
Palpatine is alive.
Yeah, I'll
And-
read.
Yeah.
I have
he
it.
looked pretty capable to me. So
Yeah.
I'll have
say
it here.
a
The
lot.
dead speak. The galaxy has heard a mysterious broadcast, a threat of revenge in the sinister voice of the late Emperor Palpatine.
Okay, the
Now
late. So,
Now
but
you're asking, how did he come back?
how did he come back?
I think they mentioned later in the movie that the Sith ways are dark and.
Well, he figured that that way around that he was talking about to Vader about in the episode 3.
What, defeating death?
Yeah, he
Yes.
must have figured it out.
Yeah, the Darth Plagueis.
The
wise.
I got a hi, Mom. Hi, guys.
That don't make no sense. That's and let's put it this way. It's a
So
huge
immediately,
plot hole.
42 seconds in, this comes in during the 42-second
Yeah.
mark. 42 seconds in, you're out already.
We already don't make sense.
You're
No,
out. Mike is like, this is bull crap.
I think I screamed that out in the middle.
Did you?
You're full of shit. That's what I yelled. I'm like, you're all out of your freaking minds.
Well,
We're
the
out of
scroll
order.
starts, and I'm going, now. At home, we had all been sitting there going, wait a second. So we think we hear him. We think we hear him in all of the trailers.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, we're like, yeah, I guess we did hear him.
Well, his laugh.
There you go.
He's got a very
Yeah.
distinctive laugh.
Now, this broadcast, are you familiar with this broadcast? Did you hear the broadcast?
Is it podcasting? Was he podcasting here at a shared universe?
In a way, it was It was kind of like a podcast. Yeah, like a space
did he say?
podcast.
I have foreseen.
I have it right here.
Right,
actually.
do it, man. I wanna hear it.
Yeah. So.
At last, the work of generations is complete. The great error is corrected. The day of victory is at hand. The day of revenge. The day of the Sith.
All right, pretty ominous, right?
Yeah, did that automatically download in everyone's podcast app?
Only in a galaxy far,
Okay,
far away.
good enough.
Yeah, the reason you guys didn't hear this was they only broadcast it over on Fortnite Land.
Oh,
It was
okay.
on Fortnite, the second series.
Wow. That's
Which-
pretty badass. But all right, that's fairly cool.
Okay,
So
it's a pretty ominous message.
yeah, it's a pretty ominous message. Here's my 2 problems
Okay.
with
Already, I love it. Already, you're
No.
like this.
No, I'm
already,
go-
you're out.
I'm gonna throw these out there because I like where your theory goes. As a matter of fact, I might even go as far as to say I love where your theory goes.
Yeah, you have a great theory. We're teasing it
It's
for the
fan-
end, ladies and
it's
gentlemen.
fantastic.
So you're
We're
gonna
going
have
there
to,
at the end.
you're gonna have to wait till the end to hear this theory.
All right. Now, the Empire and the Resistance, the rebellion, clash over the forest moon of Endor. Death Star is destroyed. Boom. No more Empire. They killed the Emperor. Darth Vader, his strong right arm, gone.
Sure, Ewoks celebrate fireworks in the sky.
They were pretty sure they were cooking some stormtroopers up.
Yep.
And serving them too. So I'm assuming that Han, Leia, and everybody else are now cannibals. Seriously, because I mean they were about to eat them, right? So Now they've eaten human flesh, and they've got the Wendigo curse going on. So the rebellion, it ultimately fails because the First Order rises up. They have no infrastructure in place.
Right.
The rebellion's like, all right, we want to just destroy the Empire. Now the Empire, and this is, I'm an apologist for the Empire. I do. I've got very strong leanings towards that. I mean, yes, they're tyrannical and they're jackboots, and they should be, but they're getting crap done.
It's true.
There's a certain amount of law and order in the universe at this time. During the reign of the Empire.
Mike loves the Empire.
Actually,
it
no,
seems that way.
Mike loves the Empire.
I just think that they got two of the baddest.
Mike, what's your FN number?
No.
What's your FN number? Because I
wish,
want
man. I would have gone to officers candidate
FN
school.
FN negative is what your,
I
what
would
your
have gone
number
for.
is.
You kidding? Moff Zapsik has a really nice ring
I
to it.
could see you in that.
That would be
You
cool.
should cosplay that.
I will.
I could see you in that Moff uniform with that weird hat.
I was this close to coming as Leia today, but I didn't do it.
I wouldn't have the hat. You know
wait,
what?
Slave Leia?
No.
Oh, yeah. Ming's
Keep
like.
claiming, keep claiming. No, I have full.
I know. I've seen it.
episode 4,
I've seen it. I'm kidding, sort of.
Yeah,
but
he's
not really.
But not really.
he's kind of.
I'll do it
It's
eventually.
more of a request than anything else.
I have an Amidala outfit on order. But
Okay.
Well, which one? She has multiple.
the original red.
With the red
headdress,
lipstick,
with
the little
lipstick in
the
middle, yeah.
kabuki.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. A geisha. It's a geisha
yeah.
outfit.
Nice.
So they had, but here's the problem with the rebellion: they had no plan in place. There was,
Much like this last trilogy.
exactly,
Right?
much like them, but by the same, they've got no plan. If you've got no plan, you cannot you can't win. So they ultimately destroy the Empire. They they fracture it. Because essentially what they did was just take away the two figureheads. The two strongest parts of the Empire. And the rest is a bunch of military guys who are going to, they're going to consolidate their own power and have their own little fiefdoms. All they're doing is, it's
Creating more chaos.
exactly like in the game Asteroids, when you hit that one big rock and it turns into like 40 small rocks. And
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah,
That's why I hated that game.
It's why everyone hated that game. That's exactly what the Resistance did. Instead of taking out surgical strikes, you take out the Emperor, and then you take out Vader, and then you put your own people in place.
No, man, let's blow up the big Death Star and let's party. That's the
And
way
you
I do. That's the way I want
party
to do
with
it.
Okay,
Ewoks.
so let's say there's like a 12-day party, and they wake up all hungover, and they're like, what the hell did we just do? You screwed the entire galaxy, is
Right.
what you did.
But what's crazy? Leia should have had an idea. I mean, she grew up as a princess. Her father ruled to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Why didn't she have any kind of idea?
Yeah, man, Jimmy
what to
Smits,
do?
man, what the hell?
I know. What the hell did he? Well, I mean, he died on Alderaan when everybody else did. So now, are pieces of Alderaan like Alderaanite for Leia? If someone held up a piece of Alderaan, would she crumple to the ground and be like Superman?
Oh, like kryptonite?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, why not? That'd be pretty cool.
Right.
I just get a whole bunch of that. But that's my biggest problem with the rebellion. And then along comes the First Order, and
Yeah, boy,
So let's say-
that snuck up on everybody, didn't it?
yeah, I know exactly.
What was
There's
it? It's like, what, a 30-year turnover? About
yeah,
that?
yeah.
I believe so.
About
Yeah, about
30.
30 years. Yeah.
So it's from
ABY, is that the units they use after the Battle of Yavin? ABY is the
okay.
units they use. It's like BC, AD, BC. Yeah, it's about 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just for the sake.
Yeah,
of
they kind of
argument,
went in
30.
real time, I guess, in
Okay.
Earth years.
So that's a huge problem. If you've got no infrastructure,
Sure.
and people kind of want to get paid. People need money to buy goods and services.
Sure.
And the rebellion's just like, hey, now you got your freedom. We'll see you later. Han was, this devil may care kind of guy. Do you think he went back to spice smuggling? You bet.
I think Yeah,
He
I think
did that
I
to
think
pay
they-
the bills. And we all know that spice is just George Lucas talk for drugs. He was selling drugs. So Kylo Ren's dad, Ben Kenobi's dad, is a drug runner who's married to
Ben Solo.
Ben Solo.
Ben Solo. I'm sorry, did I call him Ben Skywalker?
You
Ben
could call him Ben
Kenobi.
Kenobi, but
Ben Kenobi. Oh, no, I'm
you
sorry. I didn't
know,
mean-
but who's
All right,
who's
Ben
nitpicking here? Not
Ben
not
Solo.
any hardcore Star Wars
No,
fans.
of course not. Yeah, no one on Reddit.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
God.
Ben Solo is the son of a drug runner and an ousted princess, and she's got no real title because there is no more Galactic Senate. First thing I would have done, reinstitute the Galactic Senate.
And it's strange that they didn't.
And it is very odd.
Yeah,
that
you know
they
why?
did not.
Because that part was boring
yes,
in the
but-
movies.
Yes, but it
Yeah.
was. It worked
It did work.
until
Yeah.
it didn't.
Did
I'm
work
done.
till
Until Palpatine
No,
became
it
Chancellor.
manipulate.
It
Yeah.
did work, and he made it work. So
And he made it work even
there
more
you
for
go.
himself.
So we've got Palpatine's back, and he's got Imperial leader Snoke, and he's like this puppet master behind the scenes.
Yes.
Which it's like that's kind of stupid because your entire if you've got a long range plan. And I don't. Please jump in here, Maria. I know you want to.
I'm
Oh, we
listening.
will.
I'm going to.
If you've got this long-range plan that includes having your empire collapse, something you've worked 20-some-odd years to create, and within within 6 years,
Something
you've
like
got
that.
a very tiny rebellion destroy it on you. That's a really crappy plan. That's almost as crappy
Is
a
it only
plan.
6 years?
It was between 77 and 83. Between
Between the original. and
yes,
the third.
between
Okay.
Star Wars and Return of the Jedi, it was only like 7 years, 7 years.
But was
Three,
it?
three,
But
6 years?
was. Now I'm getting into the cartoon parts. The rebellion was already there. We're just seeing the really severe parts.
The
in
good
those three
parts,
movies.
if you will.
The fun parts.
Yeah, the fun
yeah.
parts.
I mean, was it? I mean, to say that it was only the 6 years is.
Do you think the rebellion started at the end of Return of the Sith or Revenge of the Sith?
I think parts start springing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we see that part because
When you have rebels, right?
Right.
Bail
Rebels-
Organa was that guy. Bail Organa is he's like, all right, I'm taking. We talked about having a daughter.
I'm taking Leia.
I'm taking Leia, and I'll raise her to be a kick-ass
Obi-Wan
princess.
takes the other one. Brings
Obi-Wan.
him to his
Yep.
adoptive parents, whatever you want to call them.
Aunt and uncle, and
really.
does a really crappy job of keeping an eye on Luke. I mean, a really
Really
crappy.
bad
So crappy he doesn't even train the kid who is force sensitive. He knows that his father is the most powerful being next to the Emperor.
But you'd
now.
also think that that you would have had a Jedi watching over Leia Organa too. Because
You would hope.
but they didn't.
They didn't.
I mean, who was left though?
There were a couple. There was a scattering. Not everyone
Okay, like
was
Plo
killed.
Koon got
Plo
killed.
Plo Koon got killed in.
Right, the dude with the cone head. What's
Yeah,
I can't
and-
I can't remember his name.
Okay, AJ's obsessed with Plo Koon.
Yeah, Plo Koon's cool. Why would?
Wondering if it pops up.
Yeah, please.
So the kids are watching.
Yeah, shout out for Plo Koon. All right, I'll be good
Yeah.
then.
No, you don't. That's fine. I
Um,
refuse to pay 20. Okay.
Yeah, Ashoka, she was around. I can't remember when she got killed, but all right. So yeah, you're right. They should have had a Jedi watching over her, especially.
Yeah, if she is force sensitive, and
Well,
I think
and
it's
find,
sexist.
and we find out in Rise of Skywalker that she was trained up until the point where she decided not to.
Yeah,
to
how
give
cool?
Up.
How cool was that?
That I thought was cool.
She got a lightsaber.
Because they kind of gave her a little bit of, validity there.
but
I
it's
guess.
still
and
kind
then
of
took it away.
It's still kind of crappy. Yeah, that's
And then took it away.
and they said.
But they made it her choice at least.
But the whole thing was she saw that her destiny was to kill her son,
Yeah.
or if she picked up a lightsaber,
Right.
she'd end up killing her son. And if that's like a true vision, she just did the same thing that every Skywalker has done since Anakin, and that's stick your head in the sand.
Yeah.
or
much.
go to a planet with porgs and not talk to anybody else. Was it Octo? You go to Octo when that happens,
Yeah, let's go there.
and you barbecue porgs.
Yeah, let's do that.
Poor
And let's
porgs.
drink straight from the giant space walrus tea.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. We see her training Ray though. I thought that was. I thought
Well,
that
we
was
didn't
great.
see her training Ray. We saw her.
Telling Ray to train.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
right.
she wasn't training her. She was.
That was
I mean,
all
she wasn't doing
CGI,
anything.
Leia.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you see her with a stopwatch? Because I didn't. I didn't.
I
see
mean,
that.
not a stopwatch, but
Well, they had
Should've been.
BB-8 out there keeping track.
they
No,
did.
no,
He was kind of like the not the trainer, but just like go faster. Stop
There you
lollygagging.
go. Yeah. Go that way really fast. Something gets in your way, turn.
Yeah,
From better up.
but I like how she's trying to channel all the Jedi, and it's not coming to her yet
Yeah,
because
and she's like, "Be with me, be
yes.
with me, be with me," which I thought was, wasn't that an ABC song back in the day?
it might have been. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
But little callback to the floating rocks, the training, the little ball that
Yeah.
shoots you with those freaking lasers. They're like, ow!
Yeah, right in the butt. And why does it go for the ass?
Fleshy part.
I couldn't.
You know, it hurts less.
Fair.
Butt, the thigh.
All right.
Like, it's shooting you in the eye. I think we would get a lot more done if we had those little training balls for like everything. I think you would work a little harder over at the store.
I'm sure. But then again, if a dude was standing over me with a whip, I think we'd be.
Well-
yeah. It definitely, get you moving.
Yeah. Now, meanwhile, we got Poe and Finn gathering intelligence on an ice planet.
And really crappily gaining.
Why is everything stored on physical media, by the way? This one is stored on a Western Digital hard drive that they plug into R2, if you remember.
Okay.
The plans for the Death Star were on a Kensington SD card.
Okay.
Yeah, why?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. What is it? You're talking old school electronics, though, right?
Yeah, like there's no cloud there. You can't like upload it to the Amazon.
No.
S3,
Bespin was
cloud.
destroyed, wasn't it? It was overrun by Imperials.
Oh right.
So I think that would
that's
be the
Cloud
cloud.
City,
Yeah,
but
there you go.
There's no.
That's where they're going. That's
There's
where
no
they're
like
storing all
space
sorts of stuff.
Wi-Fi where they could upload these. These are just maps, right?
Yeah, pretty
They're
much.
basically just maps. Like they can't upload this somewhere.
Well, they do really weird
but
stuff.
they can go into hyperspace
Yeah.
and they can make lightsabers.
Well, did you notice that when they were like blasting through, they were in when they were hitting light speed every time they were in a planetary, I guess, stratosphere.
Yeah.
They were in the atmosphere of
You're talking
a
about
planet.
light speed skipping.
Yeah, light
Yeah.
speed. Guess what? You do that, you're tearing away the atmosphere. It's
What do you
you're
care about the
destroying
atmosphere
planets.
of
What do I care?
Mustafar?
Gee, what do I care? Not much. But if I live
alright.
there, I'm gonna care.
All right, thank you, Greta Thunberg, for that message.
I'm telling you, they rip the atmosphere away and essentially conscribe every single living thing on that planet to extinction.
Okay,
They tear. There's no more oxygen for those people to breathe.
sure.
No more nitrogen or whatever the hell they're breathing.
Okay,
Methane. I don't care. They're ripping that away, and it's like, all right, well,
all right.
sucks to be you.
The main point of all this is there's a mole within the First Order.
Yes,
a
there is.
spy who's given up strategy, First Order strategy.
And didn't that horsehead dude say, how can we repay? He's like, win the war.
Win the war.
Yeah, and that was Mark Hamill.
But they won.
was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Uncredited.
No, he was in the
Yes,
mask.
that
Name's-
was the guy.
Yeah, it was Kevin. He was credited, uncredited and credited, but Kevin Williams.
that
I
was
think it
his
that
fake
was
name.
His fake name, yeah. Patrick Williams. Sorry,
Yeah.
pseudonym Patrick Williams.
Yeah.
It's in your notes. I read your notes.
Oh, cool.
So there you go.
I don't
It's
credit
in-
me.
It's in your notes and you didn't know?
It's not. These are not my notes. These are
Okay.
courtey of Wikipedia.
All right,
Oh,
thanks,
okay,
Wiki.
got it, got it.
Meanwhile, Kylo Ren is wing laced on a fiery red planet, looking for the Sith Wayfinder.
So essentially, it's a stone tom tom
yes,
for the Sith
stone garment
to
if you will.
have. Yes.
Yeah, and I had to look out. I was like, "What planet is he on?" And I was shocked to find out it's Mustafar.
He was on Mustafar.
He was on Mustafar, which is home of Darth Vader's castle. It was where he got his legs chopped off by Obi-Wan.
Yeah, it's where he essentially went to heal and become. And we see it in the Rogue One.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where what's his name goes to I hope you don't choke on your ambition.
Yeah, which
really, really crappy.
it made
joke.
total sense. I'm like, what is on
Horrible.
some random planet where these things are just laying around? There's only 2 of them, but it was in the ruins of Vader's castle,
Okay, now
which they could have explained in the crawl or something. But
that would have been nice.
yeah.
But so he finds it, and what happens? I'm pointing to you, Ming.
Yeah.
He finds the Sith.
Oh,
on
and then
top.
he takes it and he goes to find Exegol,
Exegol.
where where Palpatine is.
Okay. Okay.
Because
hold on.
he sees Palpatine as a threat to him. He wants to destroy him.
Of course he does.
Yes. He heard
Now-
the broadcast.
Now, does he find Palpatine?
He does.
All right. How the hell did Palpatine get there?
It doesn't matter.
They didn't.
Yeah, it does. It matters a lot because
Kinda does.
there are only 2 of these Pathfinders or Wayfinders or whatever the hell they're called. There are 2 of them.
Sure.
Because there's a master.
Oh, so
and
how did he get there
there's a
without
master
it?
and,
Wait a
and
minute.
an apprentice.
Wait a minute. There might be an explanation for that.
Oh,
Okay.
There might be an explanation.
do tell.
for that. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
this I want to hear.
Okay, so the guy, I forget his name, the guy who was supposed to bring Rey to Palpatine.
Right.
He had
on
a Wayfinder at one point.
Oh,
He had
yeah,
the
his-
dagger, right? That has
Yeah, the Jedi Hunter.
where
His name
the
is
Wayfinder.
Ochi.
Ochi.
Okay, so is it possible that he had brought Palpatine there and then went back out to
Absolutely,
go
it
find
is. He seems
Rey.
to be all around the galaxy. He's
Because
taken.
he was going out trying to find where Rey was. His job is now to bring Rey back. He knows where the Wayfinder is.
Okay.
He's the only one that knows where
Yeah,
the Wayfinder
and he
is.
was out ferreting away Rey's parents as well.
Now-
So this dude's like the
yeah, he did-
intergalactic Uber or
He
something,
did.
man.
He did bring Rey's parents to Palpatine, didn't he?
He killed them, didn't he?
Yeah, but Palpatine was there when they were killed. No.
It's not really. It's not really clear.
It wasn't
I can,
clear.
But that could explain why Palpatine's there and how he might have gotten
Quite
there.
possibly, and if he is like the greatest bounty hunter in the galaxy, that's a really crappy galaxy because he's got the stuff written on a knife in Sith,
Yeah, but
which he speaks.
Right.
I'm assuming.
It's a great assumption.
I
yes.
have to assume that
He
he can
speaks Sith,
he can
yes.
speak it and he knows. But why would you leave that around? Why would you just? You know what? I'm gonna write this
he
in
didn't.
Sith.
He died. He didn't just leave it there.
But he had to know that death was a possibility. So
But didn't he need it to find? Well, I guess once you read it, you know that it's on the Death Star, and you just go to the Death Star. And find it. No, but you needed that piece that comes out.
Yeah,
that
it looked
you-
like
that you put
it
up.
was a little compass. It was like that triple stones, copper bones from the Goonies.
Yeah.
You had to line it
Yeah,
up.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
yeah, you did need that, but he shouldn't have. And
all
it's really it's just very convoluted.
I
It's-
love that he forged this blade
Yeah.
for I don't know. He could have written it down. So, I don't know.
You
Coulda-
put it
coulda
on a
thrown-
men's room wall in Mos Eisley.
Yeah, sure.
But is it possible that Palpatine didn't get there physically? Was he physically reborn, or did he just physically move there?
Now
Is it a
that's
clone?
that's an
Well,
interesting
somebody
thing.
actually said maybe Palpatine's a clone.
Yes, that's an interesting, but he's like this desiccated husk. So if you're gonna clone yourself, wouldn't you want to be cloned at I'm gonna stop aging at 20.
Good
And I'm
point.
gonna-
Maybe
yeah.
it's not even a clone. Maybe it's just this is all his strength. That's all he could bring back.
Good point because we see later on.
Maybe it's not. I mean, he's
Yeah.
hooked up to shit.
Yes.
He's not just
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's got more wires than an atomic bomb at that point.
Yeah,
yes.
he's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Because I mean, falling down an elevator shaft, like on a Death Star, not gonna be comfortable.
And it looked like it
don't
blew
think
up too. So how long is it presumed that he's been back? No, he's been
Well,
pulling
he
the
says
strings
that
this
the
whole
pulling the
time.
strings this whole time. So
Right.
then the whole time he's been at least conscious.
Okay, but again, a really, really crappy and convoluted. This is even more convoluted than Luke's rescue mission of Han from Jabba. Which, why wouldn't you go into Jabba's palace with your lightsaber?
Oh,
in
just
hand?
cut people up.
I would just be like, "You're done." And there are no Jedi, there are no Sith. There's just me, and you piss me off because you got my buddy.
Well, then And, I mean, is that any worse than cutting down Tusken Raiders that killed your mom?
But Luke was
And then he
not.
didn't kill any of his people. He just go in and start laying waste to rescue your friends. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
you're in war. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he was afraid he'd flip over to the dark side. I don't know.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He
And
didn't want to
that's
get tempted to go to the dark side.
yeah, you getting.
I mean, cutting down a Gamorrean guard is one thing, but Bib Fortuna, what did he ever do to anybody?
Oh, he was a dick. He was a huge.
That's not a crime.
Oh,
We know
yeah, that's
plenty
true.
of
Yeah, that's
plenty
true.
of guys like that. You don't put them to death.
You'd want to.
You want to, but you don't do it.
All right. Fair point.
Yeah, but Kylo Ren's pissed. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you," and then the Emperor's like, "No, you can't." And then he goes like this with his hands, and all of a sudden we have 1 million Star Destroyers that they've been secretly building.
Yeah, there's like 10,000 Star Destroyers.
More than I can count. Yeah.
All right. So let's give a very conservative number. How many Star Destroyers? Let's say
10,000 is a good number.
Would you say
they didn't give
10,000?
us a number?
No, I don't think so. You just look
Just
and
a
they're like,
lot.
wow, there's
There's
a
a
lot.
lot of
Let's
Star
be
Destroyers.
let's be conservative.
Okay.
1,000 Star Destroyers.
All right.
Okay.
Do you think that there are 1,000 battleships out there in the waters of
Yeah.
In the waters.
Yeah.
of
in the
what?
world?
Of
waters of our Earth.
actual.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
are 1,000 ships? Yeah, I think there's.
I'm saying
ours
battleships,
or
like
total, like
No.
every country.
I
like
don't.
every country. Like
Yeah, 1,000? Sure, I think it's 1,000 ships.
Okay,
Sure.
so and let's say that those are.
I think there's 1,000 ships in our own navy.
Okay, let's say that. Well, I'm saying 1,000
Oh,
battleships.
battleships. No,
Yeah.
there aren't 1,000 battleships
Like
in the
aircraft
world.
carrier.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Aircraft carrier or bigger, because aircraft carriers are pretty damn big. And that would stretch the resources of one world pretty freaking thin.
Sure.
Don't you think?
Absolutely.
And that's where they are. They're on Exegol,
Right.
and
So
that's
you
where he
just
got
don't
it.
think there are enough raw materials to build this fleet.
I don't think there are enough guys to weld this stuff in the fleet.
Well, I mean,
Except he's got all those people in the stands who are clapping for him.
right. Well, they've been stealing children as well. Don't forget that. So
But that's the First Order, not him.
Yeah, but the First Order apparently has been in contact with him this whole
right.
time
Yeah.
without us knowing.
Snoke, yes. The rest of them, not so much.
Well, wasn't that one? I forget the names. See, I didn't pay attention to their names. What was his
That's
name?
right. Which guy?
The whoever was heading that one Star Destroyer,
Oh, that general.
Yeah.
Not General Hux, but the other guy.
the one who kills Hux,
Yes.
the one who's wasn't
spoiler.
he from Dracula?
He's
the guy that's in Dracula.
His name is Allegiant
Richard
General
E. Grant.
Pride.
Yeah, Pride.
Allegiant General Pride.
General
High-ranking general in the
Pride.
First Order. He knew.
He knew.
He knew.
He knew.
But he's the only one. Him and Snoke. And then ultimately Kylo Ren found out. But only because he got led by the nose.
Right. And they heard a broadcast with his voice.
Yeah.
So,
So, boom. But he's one of the only people who has been in contact with the Emperor. So the Emperor, I mean, this is like long and Byzantine.
It is.
A long Byzantine, drawn out. Instead of consolidating your power.
Sure.
And,
That's
after...
no fun.
Yes, it is. It's a lot of fun
Okay.
when he doesn't have this pesky rebellion, because he could have been like, you know what? You blew up my second Death Star. I'm taking you all out.
Right.
And he should have had. I don't know. I was
Obviously,
just
they
like,
made many mistakes, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
Keep
but Kylo Ren gets turned back as a pawn of Palpatine, you could
Yes.
say. So he sees this gigantic army and he orders him to kill the girl and the Jedi, but beware, she is not who you think she is. So it's a little
Cryptic.
little foreshadowing there.
Yeah, a little cryptic.
A little foreshadowing there.
But he wants Kylo Ren to kill her.
Right.
But this is sort of knowing that Kylo Ren is not going to kill her.
You think he knew that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, he plays people like violins.
Like a Snice Noodles keyboard.
There you are.
Because from the beginning, he's wanted someone to bring her to him in the
Right.
first place.
So
He's been
it's all
looking
a
to get
ploy.
her there in the first.
It's all a ploy, ladies and gentlemen.
Because he knows that he's going to get backstabbed by the son of Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In between all this, there's a nice little callback. The Chewbacca playing that weird space chess
Yeah, it was all
on the
right.
Millennium Falcon, and they keep accusing him of cheating.
Yeah.
I sat at that table.
Oh yeah, because you went to Galaxy's Edge.
Were you cheating?
No.
You should have been.
I was
That's
cool. Did
how-
you put your
that's
feet up on it? Or are you allowed to put your?
I don't think they would have stopped me
Okay.
if I had, but no,
Right.
I did not.
Okay.
I
thought-
did sit there.
Yeah, I was like, "What? You
I
think
was
you
just
own?
kind
The,
of like,
you think you own the place now?" I was like, "No, sorry,
sorry.
Please don't kick me out of the
I
park."
mean, it's literally a waiting area to like load in for the
yeah,
thing. Yeah.
yeah. I just these little callbacks though. With the,
It was kinda
ultimately,
cute.
yeah, I mean, there were a lot of them, which we'll get to.
But it was Poe and
and Finn.
Finn.
And Finn.
And who was flying
Uh,
at that point?
They had a bunch of people on the ship at that point.
yeah, they had some other dude fixing the mapping system.
Okay.
I think it was on autopilot. I don't know if anyone was flying. They had the little, that little
Rose wasn't there, right?
Rose
No,
was barely
Rose-
in the
no.
movie.
Yeah, Rose.
She was
Rose.
like
will-
1 minute.
Yeah,
and
Disney caved.
30 seconds or something like that.
Disney caved in.
44 seconds.
Yeah, which we actually see as they bring R2 back. They decode the message, which says Palpatine's alive. He's on Exegol, and they're planning an attack in 16 hours. They got it very specific. So we got a 16-hour
That
window
whole thing
here.
was 16 hours.
16 hours.
I didn't hear that part.
So
but wow.
here's what's
All
yeah,
right.
and they go to a street festival essentially
Yeah.
every 42 years, which is the length of from Star Wars to Star Wars.
A New Hope to Rise of Skywalker.
Actually,
That
Star
was
Wars
total.
to. I don't say New Hope. It's Star Wars
Okay.
to Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, episode
42
4
years.
to episode 9 with episode 1 through 3 in between all that.
Thrown in for good measure.
Yeah, but
And-
yeah, you're right. Rose, they definitely
They caved.
they catered to fan backlash, which, I mean, come on.
yeah.
And then they threw the dude from Lost in there for no reason. I mean,
Yeah.
it was great in Lost, not
Yeah,
Penny's boat,
Like Monahan, right?
not Penny's starship though.
No.
Yeah, Dominic Monaghan.
Dominic Monaghan. Yeah, they threw. I was like, wasn't he a Hobbit?
He is a hobbit.
He is
And
a
he was
Hobbit.
a Hobbit.
Yeah.
I'm like to my wife. I'm like, Jules, isn't he a Hobbit?
He's a hobbit.
She's like, he's a Hobbit.
He's a hobbit.
He
I'm
got
like,
all of her lines though.
Which sucks, right?
Yes.
Because guess what? Lucas did the same thing with Jar Jar Binks.
Yes.
He caved to everything that was supposed to happen in Attack of the Clones.
Right.
The lines were given to somebody else, another character, not Jar Jar.
No. Well, that made sense.
Well, Jar Jar ultimately gave Palpatine,
Power.
Chancellor's powers. Yes.
He did.
Yeah. So he made him, the supreme power in the universe.
Yeah.
Jar
So
Jar Binks.
yeah, I
Jar
didn't
Jar
catch that the
Binks.
first time either. Yeah. Apparently, this attack is beginning in 16 in a mere 16 hours.
So they
So
had out-
they have to stop
They
it.
did a lot in 16 hours.
They have to stop it in 16 hours. Yeah, they do. They do it in 16 hours. So that means they have to find the other holocron, which Rey has
the
been,
Wayfinder.
the Wayfinder, which
Yeah.
Rey has been reading about in Luke's ancient Jedi texts. You see the little drawing, which Luke's good artist, man.
Well,
I can
then
tell
they're
what he
not-
drew.
Then they're not ancient texts.
Okay,
They're
Luke's text.
Luke's old man texts, like ramblings, like "damn kids won't get off my lawn."
Right. Oh man, this pork tasted really bad today.
Yeah.
Or man, I wish I had more milk from that one thing.
Yeah. I wish I was. It's creepy. Never
Yeah.
mind. And
That
why
whole-
why the hell did I sink my X-wing? What the hell was I thinking? What was he thinking?
Yeah, which made no
He
sense.
didn't
Maybe
want anybody to find him if it's underwater.
Yeah,
they
I
can't
guess so.
find
But
it.
it's right there. I mean, you look
knows?
down and there it is. It's in the water.
But maybe you can't track it if it's underwater. Because once it comes out of the water, they're able to track it, right?
yeah, and it flew like it was like it'd been built yesterday.
Yeah.
By
I
the
know.
way, but we'll get to that later.
But and that's the thing that really ticks me off because they we'll get to that, but Luke in the last movie defeated Kylo Ren
by
via,
force projection, yes.
Well, remote control.
Sure.
Don't call it force projection. Call it what it is. Remote control. He pretty much phoned it in.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Well,
Ryan.
killing
whatever
himself
your
in the
name-
process, but sure.
Then
That's a
you
death
know what?
phone, but yes.
And he's a pain in the ass because he's the world's or was one of the galaxy's best flyers.
Sure.
One of the best pilots in the rebellion.
Absolutely.
One of the best pilots, period.
Absolutely.
But he decides to just, you know what? My back hurts. I'm not going to get in that X-Wing. I can't fit in that helmet. You know what?
Hey, man, he's
You
been
know
through
what?
a
You
lot.
whiny. No, he hasn't. He's taken the easy way out every step of the way since Endor. And well, actually, he wasn't even on Endor since the Death Star. Taken the easy way every time. He had a really bad nightmare. Thought his nephew was going to turn to the dark side. Went over there, almost killed him.
Right.
And then disbanded his school.
Right.
Which
Yeah, but it's
stupid.
It all
Did he
happened though.
disband his school, or did did Kylo kill and take half of them, and then he just did?
Yeah, like
restart?
Anakin did.
Well, creepy uncle. You got creepy uncle waking you up in the middle of the night, all drunked up, and he's got a lightsaber in your face.
Yeah.
That happened to Mike last week.
Yeah, it happens. It happens all the time. I don't disband stuff.
Yeah.
You keep going.
Yeah. Anyway, so they go to pick up where the trail went cold for Luke, which is a planet called Pisana.
Wait a minute. Somebody asked a question.
Yes.
Also, didn't Luke use a piece of the X-wing for the door of his hut?
I believe he did. Yeah.
So then, what did we do with that?
Maybe just put it snap it back
it
on.
snapped right back on.
I'm sure it just it's kind of like a snap-on parts. Like
It's a Lego.
it's like a Lego. Yeah.
It's a
like
Lego.
a freaking
Actually,
Lego.
no, it's better than that. It's an IKEA. It was an IKEA.
Ah,
X-ray.
yes.
So
Yeah.
they're all interchangeable. It's
Swedish
great.
pork balls and IKEA X-wings.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So we go to the forbidden desert of Pisana, ladies and gentlemen, which looks like a really awesome Burning Man or like a Coachella.
You thought it was Burning Man?
It
I
could
thought
have
was-
been.
I'm like, wow, this is just lame.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like,
It's real colorful.
Wow.
It's fun. It looked like fun. I would want to go party there.
yeah, okay.
I've
Yeah,
never
I
done
don't know.
Burning Man, but
I
I'll,
don't
I would.
You're like, I'll
there.
go to Burning Man.
Yeah, and I love they're all load up, and Ray's trying to go alone, and everyone's like, no, we're coming with you.
It's like, all right, great.
And there you find Lando.
Why don't we bring the story to another screeching halt?
Yeah, the thing that
Thanks,
picks me off
guys.
is there's the token scene for Rose, and
Don't
Finn,
go.
Finn is like, hey, come with us, and she's like, oh, I can't. They want me here to analyze the plans of the new Star Destroyers to become familiarize myself with them. And they're
No,
like,
everything's on physical
all right.
media, right?
apparently, yes.
Bring it with you.
Right. Yeah. Bring your laptop. With your space
Yeah,
laptop
come on,
with you.
bring your space laptop.
Yeah, but
Bring your
they
space
made a
Bring your
point.
iPad.
They made a point to keep that scene in there. We're like, hey, come with us. Like, oh no, I can't. I'm doing something more important.
No, I'm sorry. J.J. Abrams doesn't like my character.
I think J.J. Abrams doesn't like Asians or something, man.
Oh, dude,
Oh.
yeah, that's throwing down the gauntlet.
come
I
on,
like that
come on. I can say that.
because you're Asian. That's true. That's true. Go ahead. So, continue.
Yeah. So
They
they go
meet
to
Lando.
They go to Pisana. Ray says one last goodbye to Leia, which is they
Is
kind
it?
of make it a little sappy. They know that's the last time they're gonna see each
Yeah.
other, and she utters the kind of the motto for the whole movie, where she goes, "Ray, never be afraid of who you are."
That's the motto for the movie.
I mean, in the end,
not may the force be with
in
you.
the end, I think in the end,
Not
you
this
know,
one.
Well, a lot of people not saying may the force be with you. Throughout
Force
this
has left a lot of
yeah,
them.
force is gone.
I think in
Force
the
is
end, if
gone.
this was like an after-school special, like at the end, you'd be like, "Oh, you know what? I learned something today. Never be afraid of who you are."
She doesn't know
Alright.
who she is yet.
Right.
This would be one of those like 30-second endings of the G.I. Joe thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's Rey from Star Wars.
Right. Yeah. Remember,
kids.
never be afraid of who you
Never
are.
be afraid to be yourself.
Yes.
Chip,
Yeah.
chip, period.
Now, in between all this, we see, and I thought this was cool when I saw it in the trailer. See Kylo Ren getting his helmet repaired.
You
To
thought
me,
that was cool?
I
That
did.
is the
To me-
crappiest helmet.
it's not a great helmet. It's
It's
not the
awful.
crappiest. I've seen worse helmets.
What?
The
Name one.
the Power Ranger helmet that we see on Kerry Russell later on.
Zori Bliss?
Yeah, Zorus. Zorus's helmet, not that cool. It's cool.
It's much cooler than Kylo Ren's.
That's debatable. I don't think it's like the worst helmet I've ever seen. But with
Yet
him putting
again, I still want
him
proof.
putting it together it's definitely a dig at Last Jedi though, right?
What, that he's trying to...
That he puts the helmet back together and is like, all right, here, all is good now.
But it's not, because there's...
To me, it was a metaphor. Like, all right, you broke the helmet in the last crappy movie. We're putting it back together in this better movie.
Wow, you're reading
am I reaching?
Much.
Am I
That's
reaching?
A little bit.
Way too much.
All right. Okay.
And all right, maybe it is, because somebody did happen to say, I like your helmet there, Kylo Ren.
Yes.
Someone did
in
say
the
that.
board meeting, that weird
Yeah.
board meeting.
That was messed up.
Yeah, but all right, never mind the helmet. We get to see the Knights of Ren, which is kind of cool.
All right, well, they're also ill-defined and not really
Yeah,
introduced
you know why?
well.
Because they're going to get their own movie or something. That's why.
No,
Their own comic at the very least.
When?
The Knights of Ren TV series.
For that 16 hours that they were in
Well,
play?
I mean, they were around before that, though.
Were they?
They were. We just never saw them.
I would much rather see the...
They were around, yeah. There's a whole backstory. I don't know much about it, but I know there's a whole, religion.
I'd much
It's
rather
like
see the Crimson Guard.
Oh, from Return of the Jedi?
Oh, hell yeah.
You'll see that, too. They're going to make movies of all of this stuff. Don't worry.
No, not in my lifetime. They're going to be like, we're going to wait till the stink of Rise of Skywalker, lifts off of everything Star Wars.
Right. But yes, but then we come back, and then we get to meet Lando.
We see Lando again. And you know what?
Did you like seeing him back?
It was great, and I'll tell you what, and I'm going to tell behind-the-scenes secret of Comic Book Man. He was more put together in this one than he was on Comic Book Man.
Oh, I don't
That's
think
for damn
he was.
sure.
I don't think he thought he was going to be back in Star Wars by a long shot. So that. Yeah, didn't you see he was working out every day with that guy Gunner, from Hollywood, the Hollywood trainer?
He wasn't doing shit for us, so.
Well, did you want him to come in and trim, get all fit and trim for
That'd
Comic
be
Book
awesome.
Man?
That would have been great. It's like, hello, gentlemen.
Hold on. Did you think he looked bad on Comic Book? I didn't think he looked bad. He's like 80.
I thought he was just.
You thought he let himself go?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, man.
And this time around, he looked great.
Dang.
Yeah. Hey, I'm calling him as I see him. All right, and I am a huge
I'm
Billy
sure
D.
he
Williams
didn't think
fan.
you looked that great either. So.
I'm sure he didn't. I'm sure he's like, oh, that guy could. Actually, I'm sure he's like, I wish I looked like that guy.
I'm sure in no way,
I
shape,
wish
or
I were
form
awake for this whole thing.
Did he think he would be close to the new trilogy?
And damn it, then he should have gotten a new agent. Number one, he should have been in there from day one. Yeah, it was.
It was like, hey, I'm back, and
Hey,
like,
I'm
oh
back,
my
and
god,
then-
Lando's cool.
Like,
Yeah,
we could use a putt. I don't do that anymore.
yeah. Although you gotta say that when the trailer came out and I saw it with the crowd, like he got the loudest cheer.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Because everybody's been.
The
Maria,
guy is,
tell me I'm not.
We got someone saying the guy's
Okay.
in his 80s. Give him a break.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Nah, not really.
When 80 you reached look this good, you will not.
I don't plan on reaching 80, man.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Well,
I've got
look
my
at-
foot
look
on
at-
the accelerator.
Look at Mike Sapsik, die young, leave a good-looking corpse, Mr. Mike Sapsik over here.
Leave a corpse. How about that?
All right.
Good looking, meh.
All right.
Somebody's told me to leave him alone. He's 80. So.
All right. But we get from Lando that there's this Jedi hunter Ochi, and his ship got abandoned.
Yep.
And apparently he might know where the Wayfinder is.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go look at their abandoned ship.
What I don't get is that the ship has been here now. They know the ship is there. They know the location of the ship.
They do.
Luke was on this planet with Lando.
Yes.
And they didn't get the dagger then?
No.
Right. Yeah.
No, because it wasn't in
Why?
the ship.
It wasn't in the ship?
Wasn't in the ship, but let's. We saw Jawas on this planet, correct?
Did we?
I'm assuming that
Yes.
Jawas are everywhere.
Yes, we did
Yes.
see Jawas.
Oh,
All right,
so
then we
they,
saw
you think
Jawas.
they would have scavenged
Why wouldn't
that?
they have scavenged
Oh,
that
yeah.
ship? I mean, in The Mandalorian, he left the ship for 20 minutes, and they broke the whole freaking thing down completely.
Yeah, stripped that thing to the bone.
I
man.
know.
They really did.
So I'm thinking 40 years, it must be number one, a really crappy ship.
Sure.
Or has more formidable defenses than a Mandalorian ship.
Right, but as we saw, it didn't.
No, didn't.
They just walked up to it.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're like, wow, this makes no sense. So
There's a lot of holes.
Yeah,
Right.
before we leave Lando in that scene, he does utter the phrase, "Give Leia my love,"
yeah,
before you leave him.
And she turns around and says, "Give it to her yourself."
yeah, you lazy slob.
Right.
Pretty much.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah.
And then they steal. And then they steal Chewbacca.
Right.
Yeah. So all right, the Millennium Falcon, or this they can't go back to the Falcon. This thing
No,
needs.
Falcon's been impounded basically.
Right. It's got a boot on it. So they've got to get this ship going, right? So
Ochi's ship, yes.
the Ochi ship. So instead of having the most experienced mechanic, working on the ship, have him go out and get Rey because she
Right.
wandered off.
Right. Send
That's
frickin-
crap.
I don't know. Send Finn,
Finn.
for him. Send freaking.
It wasn't he
Send
like
C-3PO for her.
Yeah. Well, Finn is essentially like the sanitation guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
on
what
the-
he was.
yes.
sanitation.
He cleaned
Yes.
up all the crap
Yeah.
on
well,
the Death Star. or
He
the,
learned a
the
thing or
Planet
two
Killer.
since then.
All right, but still, he's not anywhere near Chewbacca's class.
No.
So let's send him out. Why not? Because it's really nasty. It's a desert. He's full of fur, and maybe he'll get some ticks or at least some sand mites. That would be great to
He
have
doesn't
on
stand
it.
out
Yeah.
at all either.
No.
Yeah.
So he gets captured
Right.
in a heartbeat
Yes.
by the
The First Order.
The First
They
Order.
sent done a couple battalions.
Yeah, so they send and meanwhile the clock is ticking. You got 16 hours, and let's say they burned 2 hours getting there.
Right.
So they've got
Oh yeah,
14
they definitely
hours.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because it's not like a hop, skip, and a
yeah,
jump.
this is an episode of 24, except it's not. It's an episode of 16. At
No,
this point.
it's an episode of 16,
Right.
and they're making every hour last for a year.
Yeah.
So Chewbacca's gone, and Kylo Ren and Rey, the transport's taking off. Rey's got it in with her force power. She's holding it back, which
Kylo
is
Ren's trying to make it take off,
yep. And they're back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
and
you're like, Jesus, this sucks.
but then it doesn't.
No. Then she sends out Mace Windu killers.
AKA
Force-
the
Force lightning.
Emperor Lightning. We've
Yeah.
never seen that from any other Jedi or anyone else, right?
No.
That could only come from one person.
Palpatine or Palpatine's
Palpatine's
heir.
Yes. I thought that was cool.
Cool.
Not
It
gonna
was
lie.
pretty cool.
I thought that was awesome.
So she's moping around because she thinks she
She killed
killed Chewbacca.
Oh,
Now,
did you think he was dead?
no.
I
'Cause,
thought he was. I thought he was dead.
You know
You
why I
did?
didn't think he
I
was
thought
dead?
he was dead. I thought they were going to make this bold move. Like, oh crap.
You know why I
That's
didn't
it.
think he was dead? Because
Okay.
2 minutes after, she's like, oh, I killed Chewbacca.
Right.
They showed him not being dead.
I know that, but as it was blowing up, I was like, whoa, they did it.
No,
They did
it's,
it. They freaking killed Chewbacca.
even in Raiders of the Lost Ark, they stretched the suspense where you thought Marion was killed
Sure.
in that thing.
Yeah.
Where-
Yeah, they didn't stretch it out very long, did they? It was
2
literally 2 minutes.
minutes.
You're right. It was 2 minutes.
And I'm like, oh.
No, you're
great.
right.
All right, well,
You're right. But as it was blowing up, I was like, wow, did they? I thought they did it.
no, I knew they didn't.
All right.
So I'm
so
like,
you're gonna laugh at me when I start crying.
did you cry?
I didn't know.
No, Ming was crying.
I did not start crying, but I
No,
love
'cause-
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca's awesome.
Yeah.
Peter Mayhew's fantastic. God rest his soul.
Yeah. Now, before all
I
that, can
will
we talk
start
about the weird quicksand?
Yeah, what the hell was that?
I don't know. They fell
Quicksand?
through weird
They
quicksand,
did.
but then it went into the whole like a worm tunnel,
Yeah,
and then they find Chester Copperpot from
Yeah.
the Goonies,
yeah,
and then that's where they
They
find the
did.
knife.
yeah. That's essentially what they did. Actually, they
Oh, well,
felt
okay, so that explains why they didn't
Find the knife in
Yeah,
the ship or
because it was
anything
down
else.
there.
Yeah,
But
'cause-
no, that wasn't weird quicksand. That was the stuff from Harry Potter. That in
Devil's Snare.
yeah, they
Yes.
fell through. They went through Devil Snare.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
Yeah. Now, as they're falling, though, Finn was like, "Ray, I got to tell you something."
Yeah, what's
Yeah, I
up
gotta
with the Ray? I gotta tell
Okay,
you. something. And
now
he never
I-
tells her anything.
Yeah. Now, of course, I thought I'm the sap. I'm like, "All right, Ray, I love you,"
Yeah, just say it.
but according to JJ, that's not what he was gonna tell her.
What was he gonna tell her then?
He was supposedly, according to JJ or Kathleen Kennedy, he was trying to tell her that he's also force sensitive.
Who cares?
I don't care. What are you gonna do with it? You haven't done
Yeah.
anything with it.
Yeah, I'm force sensitive. So what?
Why are
Right.
you? Why are you telling Ray? Why don't you tell Leia? If Leia's trying to train Ray, why wouldn't you tell Leia?
Indeed,
Why
Yeah.
are you trying to tell Ray?
I don't know.
Tell General Organa.
Right.
Yeah,
I
tell the
thought-
lady who's
Tell
training
lady
the
who's
Jedi.
yeah.
I thought for sure it was like Ray, I love you. All right, end of movie. Or
No, but doesn't he love Rose?
yes.
Isn't that a thing?
No, there
It
was
was
supposed
a
to be a
thing.
thing,
That was
but it's
supposed to be a
not
thing, and
anymore.
then
Yeah,
not,
and then he's
and
supposed to. Him and Poe were supposed to be a thing, which would have been
Okay.
way
Yeah,
better.
what up
when-
with that?
And then Poe and Zuri.
Right, and yeah,
Zuri Bliss.
it's kind of
right?
there's shenanigans going on all over the place.
So they're all pansexual.
They're all polyamorous.
It is 2020.
It is.
Yeah, it's 2020.
It is.
And I could give two shits who you love.
Right.
Just keep me out of it. That's
Yeah.
all I want. Just
Now the Kylo Ren, the Rey versus Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter. We saw that in the teaser. I thought it was cool in the teaser.
okay.
Wait, which one?
Kylo Ren's speeding toward her in the TIE Fighter, and she stands there, turns around, and does the flip, and cuts the wing off. And we saw that in the teaser trailer many months ago.
And we've never seen that before in any other movie ever.
Yeah,
Especially not anything with like Tom Cruise or anything, because he has never done that.
Right. So I mean, was it cool, or was it
was
just
all right.
played for visuals?
It was okay. It was completely for visuals, and okay, now you gotta. Everybody's got their press agent. You know, when Obi-Wan Kenobi first met Luke,
Yes.
he told him that his father was the greatest natural pilot he'd ever
Sure.
seen, and he was a true Jedi Knight.
Right.
Okay. So then we find out that Luke is a kick-ass pilot, too. Runs in the family.
Sure.
And he's also a pretty badass Jedi Knight.
Right.
I mean, or so we're led to believe,
Sure.
because
A
we
lazy
never really
one.
see it. But, you know, we don't get to see him as, like, a Jedi Knight until, like, Return. And so Ben Solo, or Kylo Ren, or whatever the hell you want to call him. So Kylo Ren is he a good pilot? I don't know.
He looks pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but then again, so did Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith.
Right.
He looked like a really great pilot, but it was the R2 unit that was doing
Sure.
most of the flying for him.
Yeah.
So this is all computer stuff, and we don't know if he's
Yeah,
truly his father's son.
He's got Skywalker blood. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's a good pilot.
No, I don't know.
I'd say yes.
Because she cut off his wing pretty damn easy.
She did. But why was he trying to run her over with a TIE Fighter in the first place?
Because he's a schmuck.
He is.
That's kind of a dick move.
He is.
Why not?
It was a game of chicken.
Yeah.
We're going at each other. Who was gonna do something first?
Gee, let me see. I think he has the 40-ton advantage of a TIE fighter.
Apparently, she got the best of him.
I don't know. I know she got the best of him. She kicked his ass, and he's like just the whiniest sack of crap this side of Anakin
Kylo?
Skywalker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Like
He
his
is
grandfather.
worse than like,
Anakin sucked.
Anakin was the
He was
worst.
the most annoying character.
Of course. And even
Ever.
in the Clone Wars, he wasn't that great a character. He wasn't that compelling.
A little less annoying though.
But he had a Padawan, which is what all masters do. Master Jedi have Padawan,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah. Hers was Ahsoka. Ahsoka
Right.
Dill. Yeah.
But again, here's another place where they're screwing over the shark, like in Revenge of the Sith. He's like, you're granting me, you're making me on the Jedi Council,
Sure.
but you're not granting me master status.
Right.
But aren't you automatically granted master status as soon
you
as you
have a
get
Padawan,
a Padawan? So they screwed up there. So he was already a master.
Right.
So it didn't make any sense to me. A lot of these things are just, it's like you're putting carts before horses, and
Right.
then after barn doors are burning.
Yeah.
It's just so much. Oh my God, they made it so hard. This is really not terribly difficult, folks. It's good. It's supposed to be good versus evil, and then you make people
I think
sympathetic towards the Empire.
Too many different people.
Too many characters.
No, you can have that many characters.
Okay.
I think there are too many different people writing too many different.
Oh, yeah,
scripts,
for
and
sure.
It just got lost.
This was a movie made by committee. The entire board of Disney were like, "We want this. How about our movie our McDonald's tie-ins? Where are the toys? How are we going to make this into a Happy Meal?
Right.
What's going on here? Yeah, it's a jumble.
So you're saying the
But
two
do
credited.
we blame Disney or do we blame Lucasfilms for selling out to Disney?
I say we blame J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio.
We're looking at the hold on.
Yeah, from what I understand, Chris Terrio was he's a Staten Island native, which is enough to,
That's it. That's
yeah,
it.
that's
make me
enough
upset
to,
about that,
enough to demand his,
I think I should write the next movie.
I would love to read your treatise for the next movie. That
Yeah,
would be
I think you should
fantastic.
turn your
should.
theory into the next movie.
But
which we'll
here's-
get to.
Okay, so
So the whole point of Chewie blowing up is like, oh, we've lost the blade. Well, we can't translate it now, but no, it's in C-3PO's
Yes.
memory. Mike
because he even
and
said
Maria.
Even I knew that. I'm like, no, they didn't. C3PO said that he memorized it. He's a droid, for God's
Sure.
sakes. Everything he sees is digitally imprinted.
Right.
So he's got the information.
He does.
But he won't give it to you because he's
His programming forbids him to translate Sith.
Because he's a pain in the ass.
he's a
He's a
true
pain.
pain in the
It's
ass.
a
Always
failsafe,
has
though.
been.
But who put that directive in him? Was it Anakin? Way
It had to
back
be
in.
Anakin.
Who else would have put it in him?
That's the only way. Or could it have been Organa?
Anna?
Sure.
Yeah, Senator Organa put it
But
in there.
why would you not want him to be able to translate?
Right. You want to, it's
Wouldn't that
intelligence.
Be, I mean,
That'll be the first thing you
yeah,
want him to
you'd-
translate.
you'd want to know what they're talking about.
Hell yeah.
So why is there a failsafe to not translate?
Maybe
Sith?
it was Anakin who put
Anakin.
that in there.
Oh, yeah, it could have been
Okay.
too. Okay, all right,
Actually,
good theory.
that makes
Good theory.
sense.
Let's say that's what happened.
Because when
Good one,
did
Mike.
when did Darth Vader when did Vader get rid of
What, C-3PO?
C-3PO? Yeah,
I don't know. Some
3PO
Attack of the
was
Clones at some point.
was it Attack of the Clones? Because he gave him to Padme, right?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, keep her safe, and he did a
Yeah,
great
man,
job.
Great job.
Yeah.
Good job.
3PO.
Yeah, right. And yeah, Anthony Daniels.
Yeah. So we're like, well, how do we get it out of him? So we got to go back to Kajimi, where there is a black market droid smith
Yes.
that can do a memory bypass.
And you know what's really cool about that blacksmith? Do you know who that was?
I don't. Who was that?
That was Moaning Myrtle from
Oh,
Harry
nice.
Potter.
It's cool. Now at this point,
Moaning Myrtle.
they do mention that 16 hours, half of it's gone. We got 8 hours left, ladies and gentlemen. 8
Really?
hours.
So they go to this. They go to
Kajimi, the
Kajimi
snow
would-
planet.
It's not a snow planet. It looks like. I swear to God, it looks like the Swiss Alps. It looks like a Swiss Miss commercial there.
A little bit, yeah.
And I'm like, this is. And they're walking around like the Sound of Music, like Dolph is kicking in the doors. It's
they-
horrible.
They were wearing
It's-
hoodies, to remain conspicuous. There was a big imperial presence there.
Yeah, but they're like rounding corners and they're watching people get their asses beat.
Yeah, you know who one of those people was? Kevin
Kevin
Smith.
Smith,
Yeah, Kevin got thrown in there. He got to be in the Star Wars universe, which
He
I
got
thought
to
was
he
pretty
got
cool.
to be beat down by the.
He did
Wow.
by an imperial.
He was an Imperial. He got beat
No,
down.
no, no.
by-
He was one of the residents.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Was he like, would mein Herren like a Kukulak?
Yes.
That would be great.
Yeah. Now, while we're on Kajimi, we meet Zori Bliss, aka the Red Power Ranger, which former. I guess she's there to give us a little backstory on Poe and how he was in some kind of syndicate at some point. They make fun of him for formerly running Spice at some point, and she's mad because
AKA drugs.
aka drugs. She's mad at him for leaving her in some kind of hole at one point and never coming back, and joining the resistance and screwing her over.
Okay.
Yeah,
And?
Sounds about right.
she's pissed.
yeah.
But what was the necessity of her in the first place? There was really no necessity for that character at all, really.
No.
Oh, it was because she gave him that medallion, which allowed them to land on the Star
that's
Cruiser.
true. She had
Because
him
yeah,
medallion.
she needed to.
But she needed.
The
But
first-
she had to just be pissed at him first to give him the medallion, right?
What was
Yeah.
that? The way. What is that? I see it all the time in
What's
a
that?
meme. Like the way is not safe. Take this.
Oh yeah, it's not safe to. It's dangerous out there. Here,
Dangerous,
take this.
yeah.
Yeah, it's from Zelda.
Yeah. So she's basically Zelda.
Oh, wonderful.
And by the way, F8 Photo said droids knew about the twins and were wiped by Organa to protect them.
Ah.
Not true. Actually, you're half right. Only C-3PO's mind was wiped.
Yeah.
His memory was.
R2D2
Yeah,
wasn't.
R2.
R2D2 was not.
Because he knew about
did.
Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Very much
But
so.
also that does even if they're wiped, that has nothing to do with a failsafe about reading Sith.
Right.
Yeah.
And when
So-
did Obi-Wan's mind get wiped? Because he doesn't remember R2D2.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell?
I'm old.
It's not even that old.
Yeah, he wasn't. Between Ian McGregor and Alec Guinness, I mean, he had some really rough years.
Sure.
Must
All
have
right.
been-
Aren't they doing an Obi-Wan
They are.
show?
They are.
Maybe.
They're gonna do it. There's no
it might
maybe.
be the fallout from this.
There's no
That
maybe.
they're like, oh man, let's
There's no
get rid of
maybe.
the stink of.
And is it Ewan McGregor?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't see anybody else doing that.
Unless they're going younger.
Oh, even younger?
Ooh, that would be tough.
Padawan.
Ooh. Well, we already saw him as a Padawan. With what's his name?
With Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So they
we meet Babu Frick, which I thought was a cool character. That droid, kind of like a little. I don't know what you call him. Like a little. He kind of talk like Yoda a little bit.
Yeah,
Little slug thingy.
the machine smith, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Moaning Myrtle.
That was Moaning. Okay.
That was
All right. Talk like
Moaning
Moaning
Myrtle.
Myrtle.
So anyway,
But there was the. What are you looking at? I'm taking one last look at my friends. Sap, or Good Line.
No, that was pure sap.
Pure Sap.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Made for the trailer.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Trailer bait.
Oh my God.
Oh,
He
yes.
comes back.
He does
Yeah.
come
20
back.
minutes later.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He gets
Yeah,
his
the-
memory back 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally 20 minutes later.
R2D2's got a backup
Which-
of his memory.
So
Yeah.
so glad you took that last look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this medallion, which apparently grants you safe passage onto any ship without any checks or balances.
Yeah. It's an older coin, sir, but it checks out.
Right. Little convenient.
Yes. Take this. It's dangerous out there. Take this. It'll get you on there. It's like, all right.
Cool.
It's like, shit, dude, no problem. You got droids in it? Not a problem. No questions asked. Come on aboard. So they do. They get on board.
They get on board.
They do
And who
to rescue
cares?
Chewie, and they need the knife back.
Wait a minute. When did they find out that Chewie was still alive?
Ray
feels it.
yes.
Okay, good enough. Ray felt it.
Ray feels it through the Force. Yeah, this ship is close enough.
But let me ask you a question, and this is the thing. So she kills God knows how many people, and she's whining about murdering Chewie. Or she kills
There's a lot of stormtroopers.
and other people that I'm sure the First Order weren't just grabbing Chewie. They grabbed a bunch of other people.
Sure.
All right, so they're taking him as hostages.
Right.
Correct?
Sure.
It's because they've shown that they do that.
They do.
So
That's how they get their ranks. Yes.
exactly. So they kill Chewie, or she thinks she kills Chewie.
Right.
And now she doesn't kill Chewie, but she still kills an equal amount of people.
Rescuing Chewie.
No.
Oh, on the transport.
On the transport.
I mean,
She's at war.
It's second
Is that what
degree
it is?
murder. It's not premeditated. She
Okay.
didn't know it was gonna blow up.
Well, she wasn't
Third
premeditated when
degree
she killed.
manslaughter. That's manslaughter.
No, it's not. It's yeah. Well, 800
She
counts
didn't
of
know
manslaughter.
She had those
Right.
powers.
It's manslaughter.
Okay. But she's fine with it after this. She's like, oh, Chewie's still alive. Those
Okay,
other
cool.
people are dead,
Yeah,
but
you know
Chewie's
why?
still alive.
Because
That's
they're-
We're
awesome.
in the middle of
Because
a
they were
war.
because they were all bad.
I was just following orders.
Yeah.
That's what she could tell the Hague.
Yeah. But they get on the ship. They split up. Ray goes to go get the dagger. Poe and Finn go and get Chewie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where her and Kylo have the Force bond.
Yeah, in his
Moment.
room, which is kind of creepy. So she's like stalker ex-girlfriend in his room
Yes.
with the
With the Darth Vader, the charred Darth Vader helmet.
which is gross. I mean, that's disgusting. Now, I don't know about you. I don't have any of my parents' ashes. We scattered them or buried them or did whatever you do with
Yeah.
ashes.
Sure.
Most people don't keep that kind of crap around. There are some people who do, but they're not sitting there touching it all the time, are they?
I don't think anybody ever claimed Kylo was all there.
Right. Yeah.
I-
exactly.
No one was claiming that, but I mean,
I think it was pretty obvious that he wasn't.
but she's also stalkery in his room. Why would you go to his room?
Because she's looking for
touch-
the dagger.
And she touches the skull.
It's not. Is it a skull or is it just
It's
his
a helmet.
helmet?
It's his helmet, but his head was in there. He didn't force ghost. He didn't just like, and he was done.
But I think he did though.
No.
He didn't force Ghost.
No, he forced Ghost
I mean, he is
as
a ghost.
Anakin.
Yeah, they
At
bring
the
him
end,
back.
yeah. So
Yes.
he did force Ghost.
No, but his body didn't disintegrate.
You're right.
But
We-
didn't he take his? Oh no, his helmet just opened. It didn't come.
No, he took the helmet off to look at Luke, but Luke brought the helmet with him, and that's what he burned.
he burned the whole body though.
He burned the whole body, and he burned. But there's got to be
Listen to us arguing about this.
there's
So
a
wait.
skull in there.
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
Well, don't
maybe
you think the fire would have?
Which means that Leia and Luke saved that for Ben to have gotten it. No.
Or did he
Yes.
go back?
Or no, he might have gone back to Endor to get it because they were on the forest moon of Endor when Luke burned.
Somebody
that thing.
grabbed it.
Somebody
And I'm
grabbed
telling you that he's
it was on
putting.
the black market for a
Yes.
while, maybe.
That's like PVC. Did you ever melt PVC piping as a kid? That stuff stank.
I did not. No,
we
I was.
used to,
I
we
did
used to
not
do
do
all.
that.
sorts
I
of
was
things.
smart
I
enough
was-
not to melt plastic and get toxic
no.
fumes in my
We
body.
always
but
did that stuff.
This explains a lot, by the way.
But I mean, they're burning this toxic. He's more machine than man,
Sure.
twisted and evil.
Sure.
So he's burning plastic, and Kylo Ren's got that plastic,
Yeah.
and
so,
there's a skull in there. And
And-
that's the thing that I can't get around. That his grandfather's skull is in his house, which just freaks me out. So.
yeah. So they're force bond fighting. Kylo Ren's teasing her. Is like, I know the rest of your story.
And
I'll
we
tell
find
you
out-
the next time I see you.
We find like two really ridiculous things out in this. That Jedi superpowers are essentially limitless.
Sure.
No.
They're conveniently limitless.
Of course
yes.
they are, as they're plot driven. So he can affect her from
Are they
Like a
limitless or
galaxy
just for
away.
them? Just for those two because they're linked.
I don't think it's just them. Why aren't Luke and Leia linked? Why aren't they force sensitive?
Good point.
Why, or they are force sensitive because they can
But why can't they physically affect each other
from a
distance?
distance? Correct.
Yeah.
Why?
No.
And there's this lame thing that happens later on that we'll talk about in like 1 minute. Let's zip
Yeah,
through.
but then we find out that her parents are not nobodies. Another Last Jedi retcon erase. Find out that that Palpatine had her parents killed because they were somebody. We don't know who yet, but we can take a wild guess. And then we see with the almost demise of Chewbacca, Finn, and Poe, until it is revealed that General Hux is the mole because he's just mad at Kylo Ren.
yeah, that's pretty much. He's like
Just wants
it's
to
not-
spite him.
He's
I don't
just-
want
yeah,
you to
he's
beat.
just
He's
upset.
kind of a whiner.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want you to beat the. I don't want you to defeat the First Order. I just don't want Kylo Ren to win. It's like, wow, what a dick move.
Yeah. And then there's also where Kylo Ren suggests that they go kill Palpatine together.
And everyone kind of has. Everyone has had a boss that they don't like, but you don't spy on them for the rebellion, you dick.
Right.
Wow.
I'm trying to find out. I mean, besides that, what's his motivation? Just because he wants to he hates him?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
It's lame. It's a lame motivation.
Sure.
I mean, people have done stupider things for, I guess,
It's a high
lesser
school
reason.
move. It's
Yeah.
just a high school move.
Yeah. It's a Riverdale move.
Yeah.
So,
First Order, aka high school. Okay.
AKA Riverdale. There
Okay,
you go.
fair enough. So now that we got the dagger back, we can head
the
to
dagger
the moon of Kefir, Kep-Bir,
Kept
which is a moon of Endor, which is where the second Death Star crashed.
Okay,
after
so
it
it
blew
didn't
up.
it didn't fall on Endor
Didn't fall on Endor. It
Okay.
fell on another moon of Endor.
with a
or,
really nasty ocean.
yes.
And that's messed up. I mean, I was watching those waves. I'm like, I hate like that kind of perfect storm, like
Roiling
8,000
waves,
foot-
is that the word?
8,000
Roiling?
Yeah, roiling.
Yeah.
8,000-foot waves. That always messes me up. I'm
Remind me
like, oh, crap.
Interstellar.
Yes, exactly. And so we get on there. We meet Janna, another former First Order defector.
Okay.
Um,
Who
all of
conveniently
them
happened
are,
to be
yeah.
there?
yeah, her.
Yeah,
and
there
her
was
gang.
a whole gang of them there.
Yeah, and they sort of help Rey get onto the Death Star.
Wait, but
She-
were they all there because they were on that Death Star?
They were all there because I think they were
Or they defected.
they were on a
defected before that.
yeah they
after
defected after that. I
Yeah.
think they were on a ship. They all had a change of heart. They stole the ship and took it to Cap Beer, where they've been hanging out ever since.
Because why wouldn't you?
Why did they pick that? Do we know
that
why
I
they
don't
picked that?
that I don't know.
Probably because a lot of the people in the First Order wouldn't go there because the Death Star, it's right there.
Oh, good point. Okay, yeah.
It's like the last
Yeah,
place that they'd look.
Yeah, no one's gonna look there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Good
Okay.
point.
And they don't want to go there because they're reminded. And even if they're the defectors are there, like, we'll wipe them out later. I really don't want to go and see that creepy Death Star just sitting there.
Yeah, so Rey steals one of their skimmers, and their first thought was to repair the Millennium Falcons. The landing gear conveniently broke somehow
Yeah, it always.
and landed on the ruins. But Rey was like, "Screw that, we don't got time," and steals a catamaran
Yeah.
and goes over there to find the Wayfinder. And while she does, she has a vision, much like Luke did in Empire Strikes Back, where she sees a evil Rey with a double lightsaber.
Yeah.
Which I guess would freaks her out, freaks her out into thinking she might turn to the dark side. I thought Evil Rey was cool though. I wanted Evil Rey.
Yeah, I love that Swiss
Sith
Army
Rey,
blade.
yeah, the one that just kind of
Yeah.
folded out. Yeah, where do we get one of those
I don't know.
for the studio, man?
I would-
There's a pop of Evil Ray coming out.
There is?
Very
Oh
nice.
man, okay. Well, at least we'll get that.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered it for AJ.
So she gets the thing, and then she has to face down Kylo Ren.
Yeah, he lands on there, and they have a fight. He crushes it. He smashes it.
You know what again, this guy's is nothing if not full of dick move.
Yeah, well, I mean, he gave her a shot. He's like, "Hey, join me, and we can rule the galaxy." As
She says, "Listen, I would have taken Ben's hand."
yeah, yes, and he was like, "All right, well, screw this," and
And then Leia does her trick.
her trick of dying and
Yes.
distracting him.
Yeah.
You don't like that?
No.
They didn't
No,
have any
I
more footage of her, so
What
they
are
had
you
to kill
gonna
her.
do?
Yeah. All right. So let's get somebody who was her daughter Billy Lords. Was she?
She was in it, yep.
No, I know, but
Oh.
was she acting as her mom's proxy?
Oh, in
that
the movie?
No, in that particular scene.
Oh, no, I
because it
think
was
they got
mostly
a-
silhouette.
No, I think they got a double.
No,
right.
it didn't look like it. But she's
She's got a role in the movie. She's
yeah,
like
Lieutenant Connix.
Yes.
I think.
yes.
Okay, so
Well-
Leia dies, and
You
Kylo
do
Ren-
remember these names.
Kylo Ren is distracted, and so she's
He drops his saber. Rey catches it and boom,
right through the chest,
right, yeah.
right through the thorax. So, and then she force heals him like,
Oh, like she did with the slug over in the quicksand thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the first time we see force healing.
No, second time because we saw it in the Mandalorian.
Well, it depends on what order you saw. I saw the movie first.
I saw I saw that Mandalorian.
And then I
like
saw
a
the
week
Mandalorian.
before, and then I saw it. So yeah, Baby Yoda or the child is able to
Child.
force heal.
The child.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, it's Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
I
Come
want
on.
Baby
Yeah.
Yoda.
No
Come
one wants to
on.
call it the child. It's Baby Yoda. So Baby Yoda actually force heals. So
Yeah, no, I love this. So, she force heals him back to life.
Uh-huh.
I guess he was dying. He wasn't really dead. Force heals him. Then she stands up and she takes his ship.
Yeah.
And I love this because
She's
the
like,
ship's.
peace out.
Yeah, I
you're
don't
good.
need to be here
You're
anymore.
good.
All right,
I'm out.
I
I got what I needed.
Yeah, I'll take your Wayfinder then.
Oh, because he crushes the other one.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
got one on his ship. So she takes his.
But she
What-
doesn't know that when she goes on his ship. I don't think she just goes to take a ship. I don't think she knows there's a.
Oh yeah,
Wayfinder
well
on it.
yeah. She's like I'm gonna go exile myself
Yeah.
because I don't want to turn bad and start
So she's gonna
messing
stick
stuff
her
up.
head in the sand like all the Skywalkers.
all the Skywalkers. But what I love
Every
is
single
there's-
friggin'
there's
Skywalker.
a shot where she's taking off in the TIE fighter and you see Finn. He looks over. He's like, "What the hell? Thanks for leaving me here, jerk."
Well, he's, yeah,
This
and
is-
he's like,
that's great.
Ray, I got something to tell you.
Yeah. Oh well, I can't now because you just ditched us.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Pain
After
in
we
the ass.
came with you to this crappy planet, this
Yeah.
crappy moon, and
But
I
he found people like him, so it's okay.
All right, so
And then who shows up?
well then we saw somebody I didn't think was gonna show up.
I had no idea that.
I had no clue.
that
he's not
part,
even
yeah.
okay, I did cry during that. Part.
he's not even
I-
credited, but bam.
I did cry
Harrison
when,
Ford.
Hey, kid.
when Han
Yeah.
showed up. I cried.
Hey, kid. I thought that was cool. I had no idea. I thought he was done with this
Yeah.
That part I cried.
crazy, whatever trilogy.
Are you sure
or-
that's not just like unused footage?
No.
No, he's
Ah,
still
yeah, yeah.
alive.
I know.
He's still,
What was it
he's
called?
still. Harrison Ford's still with us, Mike.
I know he is. I just thought he was like, Harrison's out.
Yeah. I thought that was cool.
Get off
It
my
may have
Death
been the best
Star.
part of the movie.
I mean, they specifically put a preview of one of his new movies before Star Wars too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I love they didn't put him in the credits. It was that much of a surprise.
Yeah, it
You
was
couldn't
pretty
see it in the
surprising,
IMDb or any advanced
pretty cool.
credits. It was cool. And Ben, now he's Ben.
Yeah, it's Ben.
He's Ben again.
He's like,
Ben,
I don't know if I have the strength to. I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Yeah,
He's
that's-
like,
Son.
you're my son.
Yeah.
You have the strength.
Yeah, Kylo Ren is dead. Ben Solo is alive.
Yeah, cool. So,
Come home. Is it too late? Mom's dead. It's like, well, what she stood for isn't dead. Go fight for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he, all right, whatever. So Rey goes back to
Octo.
Octo.
She's trying to exile herself.
So she goes.
She's about to toss the lightsaber, but
Yeah.
no. His Force Ghost appears, catches it.
Catches
like,
it,
Dude, what
and
are you doing?
again, something that no other Force Ghost has ever done.
Catch a physical object.
Affect the physical world. Yes.
So he's like Patrick Swayze in Ghost. He met Rupi Goldberg or he met that one dude and the other ghost.
The angry, the Vincent Schiavelli Ghost.
Yeah, the Vincent Chiavelli, the weird looking ghost.
Was Yoda able to affect anything?
We never
in-
saw. I don't know.
No, we never saw him
Last
do
Jedi?
anything. No.
Did he summon down the lightning that killed the tree
Yeah,
of the
he
tree
did
from
do
the Jedi
something.
tree?
Okay, then.
Oh yeah, and he was able to hit freaking Luke with the cane in the head.
Then why the hell is this happening
yes,
now?
it did happen.
Because
Yeah.
it never happened in any of the original three. Ben was not able to, or Kenobi was not able to affect anything.
Was
The
he
only
not
thing he was able
able
to do
to?
was sit on a log because he's an old ghost.
But is it because they didn't give him the option to do something, or they just didn't put that in there?
I don't know. They didn't give him the option, I guess.
I mean, what I'm saying is there a point? I can't remember at this point. I haven't watched that one in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a point where he goes to do something and it doesn't work, or is it just it's the,
We've
the
never
just
seen it.
opportunity
We've
isn't
never
there?
seen it.
No.
Okay, so it could just be that he didn't care to try it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Ben was pretty lame as far as being a master Jedi.
Yeah,
I
now
mean, as Ian McGregor, he was pretty kick-ass. As
He got old.
Alec McGregor,
Alec Guinness?
Alec Guinness, he is like, I'm just doing this for the paycheck.
which he said
Which-
publicly.
yes,
He had
and
no- we had
almost
no-
on film.
Yes.
This is so beneath
Yeah, but now we get gung ho Luke,
Yeah,
who was like, "No, go confront Palpatine."
yeah. Seriously, where the hell was this Luke when we needed him last movie?
Wasn't there? Well,
Wasn't-
up until
no.
the end, I guess.
He wasn't there. So, and guess what? And not even at the end. He was again
Right, he phoned it
phoning
in.
it
Good
the
point.
freak in.
Good
And-
point, because you know what?
Just
That
so that they could get out, not even to actually affect any kind of change, just to get
No,
them out.
no, he's.
It was just run away.
It was really, really lame because guess what? Guess what we find out? That X-Wing is running better than ever after it's been soaking for 30 years.
right.
or
There's no
20
reason
years.
for Luke to phone it in. You're right. You're absolutely
No.
right about that.
And you could have had Luke go out in grand style rather than just like
right,
a fart in the wind.
like an old fart.
He was an
Was
old
it-
fart in the wind.
Was it because if he's not actually there, he was able to confuse the situation more?
No, I think that if he had gone there and he did affect the physical world, you're right, because he kissed Leia. Remember he kissed her on the forehead?
I do.
And I said something like, "Hey sis, how you doing?" If he had been there, it would have made it so much better. And even if Kylo had like stormed down on him, the fury of
The
his of the AT-ATs and everything, guess what? That would not have phased Vader one bit. He would have just been like, boom, force hand, see you later. And if Luke was any indication, he was a master Jedi, shouldn't have phased him either. He should have done this in real life, like and then had the confrontation with Kylo Ren. And that would have been the manly thing to do. Because, again, we find out that the X-Wing actually works. So,
Yeah, I love seeing that Leia was trained in the ways of the Force by Luke. And you see the CGI younger versions of them training.
It's kind of cool, but it's also, again, sticking your head in the sand because you're a Skywalker. She doesn't want to face her destiny, and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, well, she got a lightsaber. We see the lightsaber.
Yeah, she had what was it, green? It was a green? No, or was it a blue?
I think it's purple.
It was
Purplish?
It was not purple. The only purple lightsaber out there is Mace Windu's.
Was it bluish then?
I think it might have been bluish.
Was it bluish? Okay.
Because his was green, hers was blue. And, all right, so let's speed this the hell up because you got a hard out. I see you checking your watch.
Oh, me? No. I keep checking what everybody's saying. I got people saying stuff.
Yeah. Also, we see these Star Destroyers, this big fleet of Star Destroyers.
Yeah.
They got cannons on them. They got Death Star level cannons that can explode planets. Planet killers.
Planet killer guns on there. So, Palpatine.
Yes.
He has... now he's got 10,000 of these things. Or we conservatively called it 1,000
Okay.
of these things.
The man who launched 1,000. 1,000 man who launched 1,000 ships. Okay.
Okay. So they're coming. She actually finds out she's got the Tom and starts.
She goes to Exegol.
Goes
to Exegol.
So she goes and Kylo Ren follows.
Yes.
How the
As
hell did
does
he follow?
everybody else.
Yeah, everyone. You know, turns out that
the breaker, good buddy, follow me to these coordinates.
It was
we'll
it was Red 5.
Red 5, right?
Red 5.
Red 5, breaker, yes.
Boom, shows up on all of their video screens. Like, oh my God, Red 5's back in the fight.
Yeah.
Did they retire Red 5 for Luke?
Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, can you transfer designations to other ships? I say probably yes, but
I would assume.
I don't.
So Red 5 is back in action, and Rey is flying to Exegol.
Yeah, confronts Palpatine.
Yep, confronts Palpatine.
Yeah, he gets exactly what he wanted.
Well, he says
Kylo's able to find it because he's already been.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that what it was?
He
He's
remembered
already been there.
He remembered
Yes.
the directions. Yes.
All right. Or
He's got this.
He hit the tom and said, "Give
Right. Give me previous destination from
exactly.
his GPS. Yes.
previous trips, please." So
headed to Exegol.
he tells her, "Strike me down in anger."
Yes.
And you
transfer his power to
I will
her.
Transfer my power to your.
Right.
To
now
you.
this didn't work
All
the first.
Power of the Sith, right?
All the Sith that came before me
will now be in you.
reside within you.
Yeah.
And
Now this didn't work well the first time.
No, but here's the thing. She looks horrified, so she's not going to strike him down in anger.
Right.
So he's dragging her, and he said, "I'll let your people live if you strike me down in anger
Right.
and transfer." So isn't that like a noble Jedi action? Wouldn't that be? It's like, I'm saving my friends. And this is
Yes.
This is completely.
In a way.
Oh my God! This is Return of the Jedi
It
all
is.
over again. Your faith in your friends is yours.
Yes.
So even if she strikes him down, she can fight off all the Sith that came before. But then you get Kylo Ren. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Ben Solo arrives on Exegol, and he kicks the living crap out of every one of the Knights of Ren.
The Knights, yeah. Turns out these Knights
lame.
really aren't that.
No, they're not terribly difficult to get past.
No.
Yeah, but they didn't really do much for the movie in general.
No, they were just a bunch of
They were there for what?
schmucks.
A whole
Just a bunch of
4
schmucks.
minutes?
Pretty much, yeah.
A whole 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So
I
kicks
think
their
we're gonna
butts.
get out. They're gonna get their own TV show or something.
No, I hope not.
Why?
So,
Why?
yeah, exactly.
Because they can.
Because they
Are
suck.
we gonna delve into their personalities?
Yes, we are. Each and every one of
Each
them.
and every one of
We
them?
get their backstories, my friend.
Oh, great! It's going to be. Never mind.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But
then
they go to battle Palpatine. He is able to drain their force to make himself younger.
that just
their
sounds
life force?
creepy. Doesn't it sound? He drains their force.
force.
Yeah, it sounds like a really bad porn.
And he's also
I'm gonna let that sit there.
and he's also able to use his new rejuvenated force lightning to destroy ships from the Resistance fleet, which is kind of cool.
like all of them.
Yeah.
Every single one of them they lose power.
Yeah.
And they're all in dives. And someone argued that they're out in space. They should just float there. It's like, no, they're not just in space.
Well,
they're in the atmosphere.
Sphere of Exo.
Yeah.
Exo's got some kind of gravity.
Which has a strange gravity too.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
upside down, no?
Little
Or it's
weird.
just a little off?
It's weird. It's a weird kind of. It's a Sith world. So up is down.
Down is up.
Yeah.
Down
And
is
then he chucks Ben down.
Black is white.
Chucks Ben down a chasm.
Yeah.
For which we presume he's never going to return from.
No, I didn't think he wasn't going to return.
Oh,
Come
I
on.
knew he was coming back.
We all knew he was coming back.
I'm kidding. Who hasn't been thrown down a chasm and never not come back? Boba Fett.
wait.
Everyone's come back.
Yeah, pretty
Palpatine?
much. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Palpatine came back. Obi-Wan came back.
Yeah.
From everyone comes back from the
yeah,
chasm.
pretty much. So he's dragging her towards him and proclaims that they're a duality, first time in generations, yada 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 yada.
Yes,
which is,
but then
Which explains why they can affect each other physically, and Leia and Luke can't.
it
though.
explains nothing.
It
It's
gives you something
It's
else.
blah blah blah. You know, I'm saying stuff because I have this kind of a voice.
Well, then, would that not have been something they could have explained better had they split this movie in two?
I think that they could have explained it better if they'd written it all.
Different movie?
If
a whole different movie.
If they'd actually taken the
made
time
make an outline and
to
then
have
stuck to it.
You know what? Let's start it at A, go to B, and then end at C. Because that's what George Lucas did with the first three. I mean, granted, there were some curveballs that came in, like Luke and Leia being brother and sister.
Right. Yeah, they didn't know
Twins.
that until the second movie.
Vader being
Or the
their
third
father,
movie.
which they didn't know until the second movie. And
yeah, but those were
Are you crying?
cool.
No,
Are you crying?
I wish. Yeah, I'm crying because this was
It's
such
so
a
terrible.
This is a terrible movie. The smell is killing me.
Writing
Yeah.
was horrible.
So we get Rey finally able to summon all the Jedi that came before. So which I thought was cool. We get
Why is
didn't we
she
hear-
able to summon them though?
we hear a whole bunch of them.
Because they were,
Because they were just hanging out.
yeah, they were having a party and they're like, hey,
They were
it's
like, oh, wait,
Ray.
she's
All
talking
right,
to us.
Yeah, what's going on, baby? You had Freddie Prinze Jr. in there.
We did.
Did
That's pretty cool.
Kanan?
We had Qui-Gon.
We
We had Yoda.
had Ahsoka.
We had Ahsoka.
Yeah. So I thought it was cool. They pulled. They didn't have to pull everybody.
Just
but
about
they
everybody.
did.
Well, why not,
you do
man?
see the ghost in the fight. The ghost shows up.
Yes. And so she's able to repel the Force lightning, and defeat him once and for all. I guess. So like where do you draw the line here? Can he come back?
Can he come back? Didn't
He essentially disintegrates
Right.
though, this time.
He does.
He disintegrates.
He
It's like
does.
he's evaporates into nothingness.
Right. He gets vaporized.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's it.
Yeah.
But okay, we'll wait for that.
Okay.
We gotta wait for that.
In the process, she kills
say
herself though. That the whole
yeah,
process
so
kills her.
it does kill her because she's got to.
Too much of expenditure.
Yeah, she's got to die. So,
but
Ben
they
comes
get-
back.
But they get the kiss before she
Ben
passes
comes
on.
back and Ben kisses her.
What'd you think about the kiss?
I think it was appropriate.
Too
in
much
that moment.
lips.
Oh well, I wasn't.
Too much
I didn't go
tongue?
into that.
All right, there you go.
I
Now-
thought it
now
came
I'm
out of
crying.
I thought it came out of left field. Personally, I never thought they had any kind of romantic connection. But
Oh no,
I
did.
think that was the undertone from movie
Yeah.
one.
Oh, yeah?
I always felt that they had
So,
more.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that they
I think
hated
everybody
each,
No,
was
no, no.
thinking
they love
about
to hate each other.
there was absolutely no chemistry between the two of them. I mean, you didn't feel it, but they were trying to make you think that this should happen.
Okay.
And I'm just like, they're because nah. So he transfers his life force into her.
Yes, not without a price.
Not without a price, because he becomes a force ghost. So
Does he?
we don't know. And then this is.
Yeah, we
Do you
don't
want to
know.
bring it here, or let's finish this up?
Let's finish it up and then
All right.
we'll bring it.
So
Because
everybody.
we don't know that he becomes a
And
force.
can I
ghost.
just say, Snap Wexley dies?
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, he did. That's right. Of course. Yeah, yeah.
Hooray.
Sorry,
just-
Grumberg.
Yeah,
Just about the
hooray.
voice cameos. Rudy Falco saying apparently all those voice cameos filmed scenes in costume that Disney edited out.
Oh, that's cool.
So maybe
That's really cool.
Maybe their Force ghosts actually show up at some point in a different.
Right.
Maybe that
That's
was
cool.
the original plan.
Yeah.
And then they just
so they just weren't
abandoned
in a
that.
sound booth in their pajamas. They came in costume. That's cool. And then, so without Palpatine, the final order is destroyed. Celebrations ensued, and the last final scene in the movie is Rey returning to Tatooine.
She returns to Tatooine.
Back to, I guess, the charred remains of Uncle Owen and Emperor's
Yeah, did
homestead.
anyone bother to bury those two nasty corpses?
I didn't see it.
No one did, so... actually...
The Jawas took them.
But she buried the sabers, so
Which kind of a waste, right?
Well,
Some
no,
lightsabers.
it's... They're... You know, if they're to be found, they'll be found.
All right, fair enough.
By people who need to find it.
Fair enough. But then we see she has built her own.
Yeah, and it's a
and
gold
it's
one.
golden.
Yeah.
It's golden.
And if you look, I guess she's fashioned it out of her staff. They
I
looked.
didn't
They had
look
the same.
back- I didn't
It had
look
the
back
same
close.
shape.
Cool.
I saw the color in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw the color, and that's all I read. And then you saw the Force ghosts of Luke and
And Leia.
Leia.
Right. And the passerby was like,
And
"Hey,
the-
what's your
Seriously,
What's your
there's
name?"
8 million miles of sand all around.
I know,
him,
what was
and
she
she
doing?
comes like right through.
Like, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah. What?
Hey
who
guys,
are
what's
you?
going on?
Yeah. Who
No
are
one's
you?
been here for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like.
Well, what are you doing here?
And why are you coming up? This is.
Maybe that woman's been hanging out and
She's squatter.
Maybe.
Think she's squatter? She's like, get off my land.
nobody's been here. Why are you here now?
Yeah.
Yo,
get
no,
off
I
my
think I
land.
found some blue milk in here. Yo.
It
Yeah.
ain't that good stuff that Luke was getting, but it's still pretty all right.
But after 3 movies, she has taken the surname Skywalker.
Skywalker, which is fitting. So, now that you've struggled through that with us,
Yes, thank you for listening. Anybody
holy
still with us?
shit. And pardon my French. It was painful to watch after being a fan of 42 years. And
Were you pained watching it?
Yeah, there were some actual painful parts. It was like holy crap.
I just forgot celebration. Chewbacca, he gets his medal.
Yeah,
Got his medal. Finally.
Yeah, but it's such an afterthought and
he,
such
he
like
was
a
so happy. They
but
cut
such
to
a-
that wide shot. He's like celebrating.
but such a backhanded like. There you go.
I'm a better late than never guy.
Everybody else is dead. Here's your medal.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
All your friends are gone.
we scrounged this off
But
the corpse.
congratulations.
We scrounged this off the corpse of Han Solo. He'd want you to have it,
Right.
Or actually, we couldn't sell it.
Or they found it through Luke's belongings, wherever he had them stored. Yeah.
It's probably at the bottom of the X-wing.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Bottom of the ocean.
So-
we're gonna
okay,
turn
here we
this
go.
right
Yeah,
over.
you got a
You're-
pretty
just-
cool
just
theory.
Put it all over on me.
Yes.
Wait. So how do you want me to start this? How are we starting this?
Well, how did this theory come to you?
Oh, okay. So
Were you watching, or were you? Were
no.
you, were
This
you-
is literally me walking out of the movie theater, going, "Wait a second," because I'm sitting there. I actually sat there as she's walking up to, those charred remains,
Right.
to bury those lightsabers, thinking, like, is she pregnant? What are we gonna see? What's gonna happen? So, I didn't. It felt like there was something missing. Like, okay, something else has to happen. And okay, she takes the moniker of Skywalker. Okay, fine, but she's not a Skywalker. She's not a Skywalker. So why is this the rise of Skywalker? They're all gone, right? He gave his life for hers, which I get. So he transfers his life. We don't see his Force ghost.
No.
At the end.
No.
Did he evaporate, or did?
Yeah, his body.
So he evaporates,
So he became
but he
one with the
doesn't come back.
Force.
Now, what you would think that at the end she's burying these lightsabers. Okay, maybe she didn't bury his, so his ghost doesn't show up. I don't know, but this is the person that gave his life for yours.
Yes.
Who is also a Skywalker. Why wouldn't he be standing there with the other two?
That's what I want to know.
Well,
Why
Does-
wouldn't he be there?
Does
is
it
it
have
because
to-
he's not a Force ghost because his essence is in her now? And
Which-
if his essence is in her, in what
capacity?
Yeah.
And you think that perhaps
What capacity
Perhaps.
is it?
The capacity, well, like I said, I was sitting there waiting to see if she showed up, with a belly or something, or a kid popped out
keep
of
going.
the thing.
Oh, you're
So-
making light of that, but go to town.
Okay, you want me to my whole theory?
I want
all
the whole theory.
backstory.
Yeah, oh,
okay.
yeah.
Do you want me to just read it on the screen?
Sure.
Okay, so my theory was that if you go back to episode 1,
Yes.
to when Qui-Gon is talking to Shmi Skywalker when they first find Anakin, and he asks her, who's the father? And she says, there was no father. I carried him. I gave birth. I raised him. I can't explain what happened. And it suggests that he was conceived by just midichlorian.
Right. Manipulation.
Yeah. So, what?
I just want to interject one thing in here, and that they were talking about. You had said the tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Yes.
Learn how to create life. Yes.
Yes, to create life. He had learned how to create life and cheat death.
yes.
But create life.
Create life.
And that was Palpatine's subtle way of telling Anakin that he was his father.
Right.
That he had,
Created
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 life, aka
Anakin.
him.
and boom, it was
So,
like a virgin birth. Yes.
and then Anakin has the highest count, midichlorian count, right?
Of everybody, yes.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was created by them.
Yes.
Okay. So if then you jump forward to 9, Palpatine's telling Rey that. See, I'm trying to read. I'm trying to you want me to say it the way I wrote it. So
It's okay, you can
Remember
paraphrase.
Okay.
Palpatine telling Rey
that
his grandchild.
grandchild. She's the future. That her destiny is to kill him, absorb all the power of the Sith, and become Empress. This obviously doesn't happen. However, if we think about what he says, he is all the Sith that ever were, and she can take that within herself by ending him.
Yes.
Now, this is also the person that we're conjecturing created Anakin, right?
Yes.
So if he created Anakin and now she's going to take all this into herself, he obviously has the power to create life.
Yes.
Okay. And she's also supposedly spiritually linked to Ben, like
Right.
no other ever have. Okay. So she doesn't do what Palpatine wants. She instead calls all the power of the past Jedi to her, is able to defeat Palpatine, but not without falling herself.
Right.
Ben comes up. He places. Now, if you're going to bring life back to somebody, where would you place your hands? On their heart? No.
Probably if I had that power.
But he doesn't.
Sure.
He doesn't do that.
No, where does he place him?
Right over her stomach.
Oh, okay.
He places right over her stomach. He brings her back. Now, it's not like she had a visible wound anywhere.
No.
So you would think that to bring life back to somebody, either their head or their heart.
Right.
But no.
Heart typically, yeah.
So, she pops up, she kisses him, he dies. Now, where did all of that power go? Where did all of that Sith power go? Where did all of Ben's power go?
Into Rey.
Into Rey. Everything goes into Rey.
Yes.
All of it.
So now she is the balance of the Force that we were supposed to get with Anakin.
Right.
Correct?
Yes.
I guess that's why her lightsaber is golden. It's all colors put together, all light colors put together become white.
Yes.
Light, correct? So now I guess that's the balance in the Force. But why is this the rise of Skywalker then? What makes that the rise of Skywalker? Just because she takes their name?
No, I think you're right. I think that this is actually. I think it's
It's the beginning of maybe something that we can grow into
Right.
another series.
And she is the beginning. She's the synthesis of both Sith and Jedi, because they were one at one time.
Right.
The
AKA the balance.
Skywalkers were the ones that were supposed to bring balance to the
Right,
Force,
aka
and now that's in her.
The Force is now balanced.
We think so because there are no more Sith.
Right.
I mean,
And
there's no
more
way.
Jedi that we know of.
Right. Until one of them comes back
Although
somehow.
Which they
although
won't.
we talked about this, or did I talk to John about it? Because I sent him everything too
Yeah.
at the same time. Ezra's still around. We think Ezra's still bopping around out
Yeah.
there, right? So
Where's
they're-
Darth Maul in all this?
He's still a bug. He's cut in half and grew.
He's got the
and-
legs though.
Yeah, he's got those
Yeah.
spider legs. But he was never a master, so it doesn't matter.
Looked like a master to me. Did you see him with that lightsaber flipping
He was-
around?
He was pretty badass with the lightsaber.
Yeah.
But then again, so was Anakin. He never reached master status.
Good point.
So, yes, this is, and think about this: if Palpatine was
Anakin's father.
Father, yeah,
Creator.
then, exactly. Then, this is
Then he's a Skywalker too.
yeah.
A child, a new end and a new beginning.
Yeah.
I like how you put that.
And that's exactly the way it goes. That's great. I think that's fantastic. I think that's a kick-ass theory that Disney should
That is
pay
at least
you
a little
lots
bit
and
more
lots of
well
money.
thought out, which they'll never use now because we just talked about it.
Not necessarily. Hey Disney,
No,
want to make another $4 billion?
Yeah,
Here
they've
we go,
stolen
man.
our ideas before. Don't worry about it.
I give them
Yeah, the
I throw
midichlorians.
them enough money as
Midichlorians.
it
That was
is
all
every
Mike's
year.
idea, like years ago. He was like,
That
"Hey,
was
why don't you just
never
create
my
life?"
idea.
That
No
was
way.
Mike's idea.
No, not
And they
even
stole
a
it
little
from
bit.
him.
I mean, so I was talking about it at home, and I was told, well, maybe it's just she only sees Luke and Leia because she views them as having like parented her into like the Force, I guess. But
Man,
it's
she had
still,
a
but
she had
Ben
very-
gives his life
she had
for
the
her.
strongest bond with Ben, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which would make sense that
Oh,
he'd
for sure.
show up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he's
I-
nowhere to be
I
seen.
think it's telling that he's not there. I think it means something.
Yes, that he is truly the father of the child that she now
child.
The
bears.
child is named Baby Yoda.
And
His
she
baby, the child.
and
child.
and the
That would be awesome.
that would be pretty cool. And the final movie ends where it began with someone looking at the two suns setting.
Right,
So-
on that horrible planet Tatooine.
She's not Skywalker now. She's back in the place where she had
yes.
Anakin.
Yeah.
Right. Wow.
So yeah, what,
Everything went back to the beginning.
yeah, it came full circle, which is the
But
Force.
what are the Sith gone?
Yes, they have to be, because
'Cause
there's
they're
no
all in-
vessel for them.
Till Disney needs more money, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll find. Just because the Sith are gone doesn't mean that evil's gone. You still have. I mean, hey, we saw what happened when they took down the Empire. Nothing.
Yeah, they
Nothing
came back
happened.
stronger.
Nothing happened.
They came back stronger.
They came back. Yeah, Palpatine came back with like 10,000 ships, or conservatively, we said 1,000 ships. Came back with 1,000 ships that each with the power of a Death Star. So
Yeah.
Now, what would have been great is if Poe had turned around to Lando in that point where he said, well, what did you guys do? Well, we had each other. Okay, well, what did you do with it after that? You did nothing. We're still in this position.
Yeah.
And it's like, do better than we did.
Yeah, great job.
Yeah, do better than we did.
So
So
Now what?
that's throwing the gauntlet down. Hey,
Now
Disney,
what?
do better than Lucas did. And this is the third day I've heard this. Someone came up to me and said, "Anyone tell you look like George Lucas?" I said, "Absolutely not. I've never heard that before."
Third day, you've been
And
getting
then-
that since like the last 2 years. Ever
No,
since
but-
you let your hair go naturally.
I know.
gray.
I should start.
You should embrace this. We're definitely shooting YouTube videos with
So
this.
people want
I
to know
should
if
do
we
that.
think the whole
Stay tuned,
the whole
There we
new
go. Give me-
trilogy was a disappointment.
We've got to get some glasses for me. Some of the George Lucas glasses.
Yes. I
Yes.
mean, well, but that was to be expected. Never going to recapture that magic of the original three
They
trilogy.
could have. Yeah, he came close with The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens is an exact copy of A New Hope. There's
And The Rise of Skywalker is an exact copy of The Return of the Jedi.
everything, even down to the Ewoks at the end, sure.
Yeah.
I went back and watched episode 1
So did I.
right after I watched Rise of
Yeah.
Skywalker.
You saw Phantom Menace?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I know. I
But
didn't.
that's
I didn't
okay,
watch
'cause-
the whole thing. I got to the point. I got to one point and I rewound it because, like I said, my son's been watching all of
Yeah.
the cartoons. It literally looks like some of those cartoons in spots.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I look like I'm watching Rebels right now.
Oh yeah,
They-
it was
they did
all,
that on
all
purpose.
CGI. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very awkward.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. It was never gonna live up to the magic.
It
Could
could have.
Could they have done better? Sure.
It could have.
They had to think through a plausible story.
Yeah.
There was too many holes.
Yeah.
It was too disjointed, and it could have just been because there were too many people poking around in it too.
Right. Your son, did he enjoy it?
Yes.
Yeah, my son did too. So
He
I
did
think in
enjoy
the
it.
end, I think that's all that really matters.
My kids didn't, but my kids are older.
Your
So.
kids are
My son's 7.
your kids are older. I think your kids have learned the dark side from you, where
It's true.
hate.
It's not. You know what? My wife
Strike
was saying this
movie
the other
down
day.
with all of your anger.
My wife said this the other day. She's like, "You let Ming paint you as this angry guy, and you're really not." But he likes to push that button. And
Oh, sure.
try to get that rise
Yeah,
out of
it's
you.
'cause it's
and
funny.
it cracks me up because
funny.
it's absolutely funny. But the truth of the matter is that
I've seen you flip out. It's funny. I'm not.
It's excellent.
It's great.
I'm great at flipping out. But
Yeah. Well,
when
I
it
mean-
came to this, I didn't flip out. I wasn't like, I want my money right.
You threw your icy at the
I mean,
screen.
it was entertaining. It was entertaining.
You know what? It was a very
It
pretty
was.
movie.
It was.
It was very pretty.
It was. Yeah.
Force Awakens was entertaining. You know, later when I look back, I was like, this is the exact same movie. All right.
Last Jedi was not.
It's when we go and overanalyze it at the end
Yeah.
was when it starts breaking down. Yes. Yeah,
getting
which is
yelled at.
which is what you don't when you're a kid. You don't go and overanalyze at the end.
very true.
You're like, oh, that was cool when the Death Star blew up, and that's all you care about.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing. Another movie that had so many plot holes, but we forgave it because we loved the source material.
We didn't
was
care.
X-Men: Days of Future Past. I mean, you could drive Mack trucks through parts of that movie.
Yeah.
But it was so entertaining that you forgave.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? I think that a lot of fans will forgive a lot of stuff. I was really glad. I'll tell you, one of my favorite things in this was Ian McDiarmid.
Ian McDiarmid, yes,
I love him.
he's great. He's been great.
I love the way his voice sounds, and just even those old cataracty eyes, like just
He's one of the ultimate villains for sure.
Exactly. And James Earl Jones's voice is fantastic. We heard that.
We did.
And it was, we saw old friends. We said goodbye to some old friends too. So, and I want to see what comes next.
Yeah.
Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think.
And I want your fan fiction for that.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I haven't watched the last one yet. So.
Okay, no spoilers.
No spy will spoil this for you.
I think the difference between now and then when Return of the Jedi was over, I thought that was it ever because I didn't know if there was more Star Wars anything
we
coming
But you
out.
can tell me, is there a tie-in at the end of Mandalorian?
Not
because there
really.
was supposed to be.
No.
That's what they were
It's
saying.
not so much a tie-in as something
some-
that's going to make you smile, something that's going to make you say. And you had remember what you said about the golden
Lightsaber.
The dark saber.
No, about
Okay.
the golden
no,
saber.
No, because I heard something about the dark saber in Mandalorian.
I'm
too.
not saying
Yeah, I'm
the
not saying
word.
anything. Yeah.
I
We'll,
would
uh,
not spoil
We'll
that
get
for
you home so you can go watch it tonight.
Yeah,
or
so you got to go
whenever.
watch it.
I have to go eat something.
Oh, and that too. Yes.
You should have told me. I would have brought you something to eat.
You still haven't brought me hot sauce.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah,
You
dude.
keep forgetting to bring my hot sauce.
Well, I
the-
haven't
the-
made hot sauce.
The
in a while,
the hot
so.
sauce we once put a label on it, which was Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen burning up
Actually,
in flames.
we've got-
there's
we've-
a label back there.
We've got a label.
where it was so hot, like it was like the
Pull one
burning
out
sons
for
of
her.
Tatooine.
We'll give it to her.
All right,
Because this is
I'll grab
actually
one after
this
that.
is really, really cool.
Yeah. So for everybody who endured all of that, thank you very much.
Yes, anyone who endured the movie too. God bless you.
And
I mean,
thank you. You sparked all this. I kind of wanted to do a
sparked all
review,
this?
but when I saw your theory, I was like, we got to sit down and talk about this.
I literally, it was the same day that I watched the movie.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, you should write this down. I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I'm glad you did.
Yeah, and then you put me on that horrible platform.
You let Ming talk you into doing homework. I just
Not
want you
really.
to
It
realize
was
that.
Okay,
just-
Yeah.
okay, wait.
No homework.
My background is English lit.
Yeah.
so
All right, good. You would love
I wanted to be a
you'd
journalist.
love my wife then.
I wanted to be a journalist, so
Yeah, for
I
sure.
gotcha.
So,
then I
any
got into
final
fashion.
thoughts?
Yeah.
I think I should write the next movie.
Yeah.
I would love to read your treatise for the next movie.
Yeah,
I said
for
it
sure.
before.
I don't know if I could do a screenplay, but I can definitely
No,
I think, come
just
up with.
I want
the
story
basis.
beats. Give me
Yeah.
story beats.
Yeah,
That's
and
all I
man,
care
those
about.
Do
characters.
we know
get-
who to send it to? Because I tried
Yeah.
to figure out who to send that to.
I
and it
mean,
didn't
we
work.
know.
send it to
we
Kevin.
know
No,
Kevin.
no.
Kevin knows JJ, and maybe he knows like Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know, but
Kevin's gonna be like just this chick from Red Bank.
Yeah, we'll send it to Snap
hey, he's a
Wexler.
dude from Red Bank too. So, but I mean, and those characters are gonna be very well dressed, by the way. So yeah, if you're in Red Bank, come visit the stash. Come visit the Haute Maven over at 18 Broad Street. Come discuss your theories with Maven Maria, who will
Yeah, that would be cool.
be behind the counter
Yep.
at the
All
Haute
the
Maven.
time.
Everybody, but yeah, I don't know if you have any closing thoughts. Hey, I go to the movies. I had fun. You know, do I dissect? Am I gonna whine and dissect? Yeah, because I'm
Hell
a
yeah.
geek.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're nerds.
Shit, yeah, we will. And it was great seeing Wedge Antilles.
Oh God, yeah, that
He was
cool.
great, and
cool.
Snap Wexley died.
Oh, you sound so happy about it.
Kind of was.
You've met Grunberg. He's
I
a good
like
guy.
Grunberg too. I like him very much, but it's like he's dead. I'm like, but he was, because he was so negative.
Yeah.
And that's like, and not even in a whiny way. Like, oh, we used to do womp rats. You know.
I think we have friends like that, so
yeah,
it's okay.
we do. So it's all right. Good.
Yeah. Well, Maria, thank you so much.
Thank
You're
Yes,
amazing.
Thank you for your theory. That was great.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Follow Maria on Instagram, Facebook, and follow the Haute Maven as well.
Please.
Yes. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
we'll
guys.
talk to you soon.